That was a bit of an exit stage, right? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for another SR8 Radical race, and it is about to get radical, both up here in the commentary books and down there on the track. Scotty Rattlegun Rankin, not Scotty Radical Rankin. That name has been passed here tonight, alongside the Pix Nixon. I hear you take some great photos. I hear that's where the nickname comes from, and I all other versions of the nickname. That's it.
Oh, mate, it's coming from everywhere now. I think everyone's just making fun of the name and just using it for everything, which is quite funny. I love it, you know. Send in anything from the chat, from Facebook or anything. Or,
he plays a pixie in D&D. That's where it came from.
Pretty much. Like, I think it's just, I don't know what it is. Like, the boys started out with a nickname and look where it comes now. But yeah, on side of Mr. Rattlegun. So yeah, we're the cool Rattlegun. So
we're the cooked kids. We're not the cool kids.
That's so agreeable. That's not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh Lord, what's wrong with us? What is absolutely
a lot of things? A lot of things, mate.
Well, this one's proudly brought to you by Warren & Brown Tools. For all your tools needs, look up warrenandbrowns.tools.com.au. They will get you sorted with everything that you need in the finest of Australian tools. Also, this is the DSL Welding Services SR8 Radical Championship. Qualifying underway. Cars bouncing over curbs. That's going to damage splitters. That's going to be critical here tonight. You've been spectating practice from what I understand.
Yeah, I have actually. And tell you what, these things look so aggressive when they're just flying. It's pretty incredible just how quick they are compared to... watching the F3s last night, I think the F3s and these things are pretty much very similar when it comes to just how they handle curbs and just how the cars roll around. But yeah, they're pretty remarkable.
Yep, different styles are going to get done. That's the difference, really. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying underway. Drivers on their first laps. Times down underneath the 105, so 10 seconds faster than the TCRs. What times were the F3 Radicals doing around here last night, mate?
104s, I think a lot of the guys got down
about
to.
The same.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I think the Radicals got a little bit more grunt to it. So yeah, I think it's definitely the Radicals might have a bit of more grunt. As Dave's put a purple sector in, so it's Brad Wall.
Well, ladies and gents, it is coming through quick and fast. Keep your eyes on David Unger. Brad Wall has been continuing to impress the longer and longer that this goes on. And more than that, Scotty Callahan, I get the feeling we'll start from the back. Cowan was not feeling super confident. I was talking to him just before the race, and he said, oh yeah, so Scotty Callahan's not doing anything different to what I am. He's just doing it better. You
always talk to Cow, and he's always like, oh, I'm not confident around here, blah blah blah, and he always comes out with a bang, doesn't he? Like, in, we've seen him improve so much. Winton, he was definitely quick, and yeah, he's always came to a track and went, oh, I'm not confident, and we're like, yeah, whatever, mate, whatever.
Important to note, ladies and gents, it's fixed setup racing here in the SR8 Radicals. Yeah, Radicals. Yeah, it's 24 degrees track temperature. That's pretty cool. Cool. Too cool for school. Yeah, am I in with the kids?
Walls off the track.
Am I hip with the lip?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool.
Walk, talk while you walk or something. Oh, really screwed the pooch for that one.
No, that happened when I signed up to commentate with you.
No, 100%.
Righto, Ray Oliver's going to go to the top of the board. Who let us in? Who's let us in?
Mate, we ask that every time we jump in the commentary box, and I think Shuby just shakes his head, basically. Makes it interesting and entertaining.
Gotta shut that door, he says.
Yeah.
Shut that commentary box door.
Yeah,
That's a
pretty
bad
much.
blue wing, and that is probably going to be a tow back to pit lane as well. Fuel burn in these cars is actually incredibly important as well, because you want to light these things off. The small engine capacity means that you got to be better, faster,
Yeah,
stronger,
yeah, pretty much.
better, faster, stronger.
Ray Oliver just got a purple first sector. It looks like he's on a flyer. What's our fastest lap time right now? 1:04.8 from Ray Oliver. So
We're into the fours already.
yeah, so he's coming across the line now. Let's see if he improves. Yep, 0.2 quicker. 1:04.6. So
That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see.
definitely. Ray Oliver's been quick though. I mean, I don't think we can say he's not a quick driver. I mean, we saw him at Winton. He just, come through the pack like they were nothing, and respect to all of them, but he just made them look like they were nothing coming back through the field. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts on pole today, and does very well.
Right, qualifying 5 minutes now in the books. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in right now for the first time, SR8 Radicals. Unfortunately, the entries do close for most of our series. Fortunately for you, this is one of the best places to race the SR8 Radicals. They have been a... what's the word? Car made obsolete in terms of the iRacing platform.
Yep.
There's not a lot of people out there racing them these days. Everything's moved on to the SR6. Oh no, SR10,
No,
wrong way.
10.
Yeah, it is a 6-cylinder. But if you want to get involved, www.srwsimracingworld.com.au.
Dave Unger just went faster.
Dave Unger, just goes faster. There you go. Get out there on track, because this is about the most fun that you can have in iRacing. So if you're not doing this, you're mental. Or you're commentating, one or the other.
Pretty much. I keep asking, like all my teammates, like, why are you not racing, mate? You're commentating and everything, and I'm like, yeah, that's just a question that I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we actually got four cars on track with the Porsche Cup tonight, so it'll be fun to watch. But
you guys are breeding like rabbits down there, and
I know. We've always joked about the fishy guys breeding like fish. Too many fish eggs, but I don't know what 19. Come up with a name, I'm sure, but just brought a new teammate on board. Bryce just came on board, so yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Can you stop? Can you guys stop? Is that possible?
I don't know. Well, technically, you and I are driving on Sundays, so yeah. It's, yeah. I don't know what's happening. Just bringing them all in.
Mate, you haven't seen the Endurance Boys chat that we have going either, by the way. That's something else. Anyway, right. Qualifying. We are now right before the halfway mark. At the top of the board, Ray Oliver just punches out a faster lap.
I might actually practice almost into the threes. Ray Oliver did a 1:04.1 in practice. 1:05 he's done, so he's only 4/10 off, which I reckon he'll be pretty disappointed with that, wouldn't you? Like, you're trying to beat your practice time and you can't do it. You'd be pretty annoyed, wouldn't you? In a way?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I know what you like, Scotty. Don't lie.
Look, last night wasn't all that bad of a night, and I was still annoyed with myself, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you look at me at the IndyCar, so,
I just have to look at you, that's more than enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But, yeah, eight minutes in so far, almost going up to 9 minutes. I've always looked at these cars and went, Ray Oliver's just went a 10th quicker as well, so he's just kicking it at times. I think the fuel's just dropping and tyres don't really matter, to be honest. But you always
they don't. It's about fuel.
Yeah, exactly. So tyres don't really matter; it's all the fuel. But it's I've always looked at these cars and they just look mental, don't they? They look like a LMP2 but just smaller, really, like the old school P2, like the Audi. But, who's that on track? Man, just pulling over there. Dean Sinkovic. Dean didn't have a really good night last night, did he?
He had an okay night. He had an okay night.
He had an okay night, but the F3s, he got in a bit of incident, so I'm sure he's going to redeem himself tonight. I mean, we've already talked about the Big Cowie, and he had a good night in the commentary box. That's all I can say about him. But he's been doing really well in the SR8s recently. He's just been really killing it. And I think everyone's just improved since everyone started SRW. Is Ray Oliver on a good lap? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, Ray Oliver's just punched out a 104.3. So he's really on pace. 2/10 quicker than P2 right now. This is out there. Dean Sikovic pulling over. Here comes Ray Oliver on a lap. Looks like he's not on too much of a good lap. Cowie's going to come across the line here. Is he going to go? Cowie does a pretty good time. Up to 5th.
No way. There's times just going in and they're just trading back and forth. Yellow sectors, for your knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, we've never actually gone into depth into what the timings look like across the bottom of the screen. Yellow sector means they haven't improved in that sector. Green means a personal best in that sector. And purple means best of the session in that sector. So that's exactly what the 3 timings mean across the bottom. So whenever you see purple pop up, that means we need to jump on and have a look. Speaking of purple, no one on a purple sector, but Andrew Cowan's on green in 1 and 2. So he is going to try and push on. Like
we said, like Cowie says, I think Cowie gets a lot of anxiety before he gets in here, but then he comes in and he's just a rocket ship. And another thing, while we should sit here while we're watching these laps, is you know how we were calling Jack all week?
Is it Jacques Schwanapuru? Jacques?
Yeah, Jacques, yeah. Joey's P3. He's just put a blistering time in. Ray Oliver's got a purple sector. He just went faster. He's only a 10th off his practice time, so he's going to be pretty chuffed about that. Cowie's going to be very chuffed being in the 4s. He needs to find about 4/10 to go into P2, but I think he'll just be impressed that he's in P3. Cowie, Jacques actually pulling around Ray Oliver. He's got a better lap time.
Well, this might be an opportunity for Ray Oliver to get a whole host of speed up down the backstretch.
Who else? I mean, we've been talking about Slipstream the whole time, eh? Like just, Ray Oliver, purple sector. I think that's almost in 2 sectors. Nathan, we can see Nathan on screen here. He's got a green sector. Didn't do too well in the 2nd sector though. Ray Oliver's just probably going to punch out at 3 here. Didn't do a major good sector on the 1st sector. So Nathan does a 107.1 across the line. Now we see Ray Oliver just come across the line with Jacques. 105.3.
So he'll pull out.
104.1.
Yep, here we go.
Oh my god, look at he's only 100th off his practice time. So he's flying Ray Oliver. I think this is the track that he's just is suited to, it looks like.
Well, he's on a banker, and the bankers are in the books. Wayne Edwards has improved. Nathan Allen is improving. Time starting to come through thick and fast. And with tonight's race format, when that timer ticks down to 0, it means that qualifying will continue until everyone has completed their current lap. So you've just got to be started that lap before the end of qualifying, and you will get to stay on it. So this isn't the end when that timer ticks out, unlike last night's race format. So qualifying still to come. Pinch break there from Oliver, but now he's pulling the teammate along in Jacques Swanepoel. And the Frog Leap boys, they're starting to put it all together. Will this be good enough for Swanepoel? He has improved in that middle sector, which is all that tow, and now it's a big old drag race to the line.
Jacques
does improve. Yep.
And Jacques just moved up to P5 there. Ray Oliver, like, look at that lap time from Ray Oliver. What a great lap time. I just want to point out with Bradley Wall and Andrew Cow, and they're actually only 4 thousandths apart from each other, so that's pretty incredible to see that.
And important to note is the consistency from Ray Oliver as well. He's only 7 thousandths off his practice time. So, and now he's in Nathan Verney's slipstream, so he'll be getting a huge show down the back straight. But he will have slightly less grip when he gets to the end of the back straight. Wayne Edwards comes through, and I believe he's just improved his best lap time as well. So, but now, Oliver didn't improve in that middle sector, which surprises me because he's got a toe. Less than a minute now on qualifying, so the next time past the stripe for these guys, they will start their final laps. And I can tell you that Ray did a micro sector as purple in the session. So not a full sector. There are subsequent sector breakdowns, and he did go purple in one of them.
Yeah.
Jack Swanepoel will improve in the first sector. I think he's improved that time yet again. So he continues to close in on these guys.
Well, Jacques going to get a big old toe here.
Verney runs wide at turn 1, which means he will be done, I think, in terms of qualifying. And he's slotted in between Ray Oliver and Swanepoel.
Yeah, I wonder
We're on board with Dave Unger.
Wonder how Jacques going to affect it, if that affected his lap or not.
I think Jacques was okay. Jacques was further back.
Yeah. Oh,
Edwards
down
did not improve. Brad Wall is in the hunt as well. Has improved now in the middle sector. That's Swanepoel and Nathan Verney on your screen at this point in time as well.
Bradley Wall's on a green sector here.
Yep, look at the commitment that both of those guys are taking through the sweeper into the final sector.
See, that's Bradley Wall coming across the line.
Cone Slayer. Does that say Cone Slayer God or something?
Yeah.
Cone Slayer 9000, apparently, according to Shibby.
Yeah, that sounds about right from Brad. Apparently, they're parking cones in the teeth. I don't know what I think about that.
Well, have you ever got a parking cone stuck in your teeth?
Not that I can remember.
I don't think it'd be comfortable. Last car coming around the final corner will be Wayne Edwards, not looking to improve on this lap at this point in time. Will be the last car across the line, and that will sign, seal, and deliver qualifying. It is now done. 105.8, so fails to improve by 0.3 of a second. Qualifying in the books, and it's going to be Ray Oliver on the front row alongside David Unger to his outside. Cowie will take P3, Brad Wall P4, Swanepoel will move into P5, Dean Sinkovich from P6, that's a strong qualifying effort from him. Van Dang is P7, Wayne Edwards, Nathan Verney, Bradley Mays, Nathan Allen, Stephen Sinkovich, Michael Cuttajar, Daniel Fritz, and Scott Callahan not qualifying in. Your safety car driver, Tyson McAvoy.
Oh, I think he got a fair run in the safety car last night. 11 laps he did in that safety car last night in the F3s. So I wonder if he gets a few laps under his belt.
Do we have enough money in the budget for the amount of safety car laps he's putting in this week?
Mate, honestly, the fuel, mate, is just incredible. But there's our results. You go for it, Scotty.
Oh, yeah, we've already run through them. Ray Oliver from Frog Leap Juice Racing will take out the pole position. Alongside of him, Dave Unger, I believe, privateer, no sponsors on board. Performance Sim Racing's Andrew Cowan, following on from the Harry Dodds victory last night at the TCRs. Brad Wall in Team SRW Motorsports. 4 different teams on the first 4 positions. The first double up is Jacques Swanepoel. Dean Sinkovich, also for Team SRW Motorsports. Doesn't say that there, but just read my mind. Van Dang off alongside Wade and Edwards. Nathan Verney for Locked On Racing and OMFG Motorsports. Brad Mays will round out your top 10. Nathan Verney, Velocity Sim Labs, and Michael Cuttajar, both not qualifying here tonight. Some penalties have been applied. Moving further back, Tyson McAvoy is your safety car driver. Scotty Callahan is the series sponsor. Big shout out to Scotty. He always enjoys his SR8 Radicals. Daniel Fritz and Stephen Sinkovich round out your grid. And this time, if Stephen Sinkovich wants to earn himself a class victory, he's going to go out and earn it, Connor. You can't just drive the SR10 every week and say he's in the car.
Yeah, I think he's a bit gutted when the SR10 went out, got kicked out. But we said these SR8s are, not irrelevant anymore, but I wonder if we could bring the old cup car back.
Have you seen the meme?
Cough, cough.
The meme whereby the guy stands on 3rd place on the podium and celebrates it like he's won. That's Stephen Sinkovich in the SR10 last season.
Oh, he would have loved it, man. He would have loved it. And I tell you what, the person that would be loving it, Angie Cowan. How's that? P3.
Yeah. Good driving effort. That's the best I've seen from him so far.
No, definitely. When you look at these grids, it doesn't matter if you're P3 or P4. Like they look like they're on the same, they're right next to each other, just on a different row, I guess.
Well, just different lanes. So
Mm.
Cowie will have priority into turn number 1, but then immediately doubles back and hands it back. So not a lot of curbing. We saw some curb abuse last night in the TCRs. Not so from the Radicals here tonight. The lights are on. We're about to go Radical Racing. Good launch from the front row. It's Dave Unger that got an amazing launch. Oh, Fritzy's backwards. That's not Fritzy. Who's that? That's Wayne Edwards. It's backwards. Who's been collected by somebody from behind. I saw the 117. I saw it backwards and thought it read 711.
Dudley Wall's in the P3 now. Looks like he's made a position up. Andrew Cowan's dropped back. David Unger's got in front of Ray Oliver, so a couple of movers already. John's going to get on the inside of Andrew Cowan here.
And he's got a huge run.
Yeah, massive run.
But Cowie will get the draft here, and they start to normalise. Cowie starting to pull slightly back ahead. This is an opportunity for Sinkovic. He's going to try and slot it in behind here. Cold tyres at Dandenong Road.
Oh, he's going under.
Comes away with it. It's going to be Cowie on the inside. They make contact, and Dean spins in sympathy.
I wonder what race control. Oh, great car gets around. I don't know who that is. They haven't put a logo on the car.
Van Dang.
Van Dang. Seen him getting around. He's been doing really well. I was talking about the grey car, but that's Van Dang there.
Yep.
But how's that avoiding a couple of cars on your first lap?
And you know what? The damage on the front end of Nathan Verney's car says to me that I have a feeling he was the car that made contact with the rear end of Wayne Edwards.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Andrew Cowan's.
Oh, Unger's wide! Unger's just dropped it off the circuit.
Oh, he's in 4th now. He's in 5th. Oh, where is he?
And he's
reset. Oh, no. How's
Something's
that?
happened. Something has happened. That's not like Dave. Actually, you know what? I've never heard Dave actually talk in the server. So I don't think he actually has a microphone hooked up to the in-game radio. Now, he will receive a penalty for that. He will receive a penalty for towing without permission. But you can't call for permission if you don't have a microphone.
Yeah, what do you do then? Well, then you just say type in chat. That'd be the option.
Depends. If you're in VR, you don't really have access to your keyboard.
Yeah, well, that's it. So, looks like Cowie gave back the spot to Jock. I think that was play ball, to be honest. But I don't know.
No, Cowie was in deep. That's a mistake from Cowie. He's done well. He's done the right thing, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Cowie's very fair as Brad Wall's catching on in the back of Ray Oliver here. Brad's been doing really well tonight. Looks like that teeth's working.
I'm just trying to have a look. I think there's minor damage to that left front of... sorry, that's Brad Wall we're looking at. Left front of Jacques Swanepoel.
So Scott's going to get a run on the inside of Daniel Fritz here. Good move on the outside. Looks like Daniel Fritz just backed out of that.
Yeah, he has. Fritzy won't fight that. He'll just be looking to follow through. Fritzy's actually got damage to the rear splitter.
Huge lock up there. Huge lock up there. Andy Cowan's just going to follow on. Good save by Jacques there. Kept it straight and then kept going. That was it.
Yep.
That was impressive. Yeah. It's like it was nothing almost. Like he just locked the wheel, then that was it. Normally when you lock a wheel there, you're gone just in the dirt. But yeah.
Well, there's enough downforce on these cars. There is enough downforce on these cars to pull them back up. So.
You know what's funny? Like we drive the Indy car, Scott, and you know it feels like they've got no downforce at points. Like these things have more downforce than the Indy car, which makes no sense at all. But...
Oh, they'd have. Oh, that was a big wiggle. I'm just watching Bradley Mays, who's up to P4, mind you. What a start from Bradley Mays, because he started P10 and he's up to P4, and he just had a huge wiggle coming out of turn 4 onto the back straight.
Looks like Jock's going to get a bit of a run here. Andrew Cowan might follow him up the hill. Is he going to make a move? No, he's going to stay behind him. Andrew Cowan might have a bit of a peek through here. Looks like he's been doing that through the whole race so far. Is he going to have a peek? No, he's went a little, yeah. They're going to be sensible about this. Cowie's just used a little bit of exit curb, but very sensible through there on the back of the Jacques car here. Look at the flames just kicking out of it as Daniel Fritz and Dean Sinkovic is off the track.
See, the thing is, Daniel Fritz drives for Whiskey Runners Racing. He had a whiskey delivery to do down there at the end of the Dandenong Road.
Yeah. Everyone needs a bit of whiskey in their life. Brad Mays. Brad Mays.
I've messed. I was sitting on that one. I was like, I'll wait for it. There'll be an opportunity.
You know, I'm always going to say something. It's just my sense of humour.
Mate, can't miss an opportunity. Do you know the amount of times I've considered taking up comedy?
Me and you. Shuby just says in the background, please don't. Yeah, I think I'm with Shibby there.
Are you sure? Look at the ride over the curbs for Jacques Swanepoel. That is a ride.
That was definitely a ride. You would, you'd be clenched going down that hill for sure. But yeah, these guys just have so much commitment, and these cars, like, they just trust them. And yeah, well done for just trusting the car, and hopefully it stops. Like, definitely done a few races in my life around here, and the commitment level down the hill is just unreal.
And it's the force it exerts on the driver as well. Like, I think these things have probably one of the best seat feel that you're likely to get out of a car, because you feel everything. You feel the grip. You feel when it sticks. You feel when the tires don't stick when they're cold. You can feel that amazingly, and then you can feel the push. Look at this thing when it gets out of this corner. Swanepoel's now getting lined up. He hasn't got a great run off the corner. He does have a little bit of aero damage, but I think Cowie would have just about the same amount, except for his right side of his car. They've caused it to each other. How do they defend? Is Cowie going to play it safe? Is he going to fuel save? That's the question on everyone's minds. And Bradley Mays,
the inside.
Second time around for Cowie. Gets down the inside, gets away with it. Swanepoel.
Oh, that was so close there, wasn't it? Just Cowie showing the nose again. It just looks like the point where Cowie goes, yep, I'll put the nose there, why not? Oh, Shock's off the road there a little bit, 2 wheels off the dirt. Cowie's going to get a good run up the straight. Awesome pass by Cowie there, but oh my god, that was so scary from Jacques' point of view. Might have to have a DSL Welding Services replay for that one, but that was unreal. Well done, Jacques, for just car control tonight.
Oh, hang on, down through turn 1. Cowie bounces over the curb. Mays is over the curb. Swanepoel to the inside. Cowie's going to defend it. They all come away from that one with their spots. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gents, we're 7 minutes into this race. 7 minutes into this race, and here comes Scotty Callahan. He says, boys, I can see some fun.
Yeah, Scott would be like, oh yeah, I'll join. Why not? Four cars won't be too bad at all, as Bradley Mays is just pulling away from Angie Cowan here. Jock might make a move up the inside. No, it doesn't look like he's just going to stay behind Cowie down there, but oh my god.
He's been cowied down.
Oh, Scott's going to make a move up the inside here. No, he's going to back out of it clean. So Jacques going to get a good exit here. He has and put 2 wheels in the dirt. Well done, Jacques. Yeah, that was an awesome run by Jacques, just with the 2 wheels in the dirt. That was unreal.
Manages to hang on to it. Manages to still stay in the fight. Manages to stay in the tow. Down to 5th gear. Down to 4th gear. Down to 3rd gear. He'll get it through the corner. Cowie scrambles all over the curbing. He's got to be careful. He'll damage that splitter in a moment. Callahan watches on. Jacques Swanepoel immediately out of him, and this is the battle further up the road. Michael Cuttajar versus Bradley Wall for the minor placings on the podium. Cuttajar forced to go the long way around and says, not quite ready to do that one, Bradley Wall.
Cuttajar's actually up 9 spots here. He's been doing really well. He's been very good at Winton. He was outperformed a lot of people, and yeah, he had a really good run, so it looks like he's on another good run.
Oh no! Chaos! Bradley Mays has made contact, and I think there may have been some assistance from Andrew Cowan there. Although he may have made contact with the wall. That rear wing messed up. If there's matching damage to the front end of Cowie's car, the DSL Welding Services replay will tell the story. He's wide. He doesn't quite scramble over the curves.
Oh, bang! There it is.
Cowie's just committed. He's just way too far committed.
Yeah, it just looks like Cowie's just giving him a bit of a push there, but I think he just didn't expect him stopping so quickly. But yeah, unfortunate that bingle there, so they keep going. But look at the damage on that car. That is just mangled. Looks like half-sucked mango. There's Scott Callahan up the inside. Up the inside. Scott's going to make a run on Cuttajar here. Yep, gets the move done here. Oh, Jacques going to go back for the Up to the inside here. No, gonna cover it. Well done to Scotty there.
Can I get a DSL Welding Services replay of the commentary?
Oh, mate, we just need a compilation, honestly. Seriously.
All right, I said I was willing to try some stand-up comedy. I think
I think I've got that pretty much covered.
Wait, how good is this battle between Brad? Whoa, no! Wayne Edwards has gone wide. Okay, it was Wayne Edwards. I thought it was Ray Oliver. Oh, sorry. The comedy tour broke out, and all of a sudden there was some racing in the background.
Yeah, apparently. As Bradley Wall gets a bit of a slow exit out of the corner, Michael might have a look. No, he's going to stay
He's
behind.
saving fuel. He is saving fuel.
Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart. Well done to him. Dean Sinkovich might have a look here on Daniel Fritz. No, he's going to stay behind him. A lot of them are like, there's some of them that are like commit, or some of them will just go, no, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to back out, you know. And yeah, but I think
this time Michael Cutter gets the run down the inside off at the final corner, and he will take the run to the inside on the run down at turn number 1. Well, fuel saving game is over, because he's sending it. And look at the defense from Wall around the outside. He'll now get the inside if he can stay there from Brad Wall to turn 2. He is still there. Transfers back into the outside. Now he'll try and hang on to it around the outside. And the run on to Dandenong Road. Clambers all over the curb. Drops a little bit of time. Job done, Cutter. Good racing, both of those guys, though.
Yeah, awesome racing. Like my joke before, but yeah, you wouldn't want to be a half snack mango with the car. So yeah, well done to the boys. Just been very smooth there, and I think someone's actually behind as well, unless that's
Laps car. Yeah, it is Wayne Edwards. So
unlucky. He had a bingle with one of the cars actually, I think. But yeah, unlucky. He'd probably be like, oh, I could see him up there, just P2 and P3, but yeah, Bradley Wall and Michael have just been really confident in their cars and yeah, being very respectful. It's good.
What I really want to know is why Brad Wall's gone with the Cone Slayer 9000 and not Cone Terminator. Oh, Dean Sinkovich got a move done. And that's Cowan just ahead as well. Has Cowie pit? Cowie has pit. So he's completed his stop. So this will be the run on to Dandenong Road. Oh.
What's going on with Fritz? He's let a couple of people go from yesterday and today now. What's going on?
Yeah, that's how he does racing. He reckons that Dean's faster than him. I will admit, Dean has gotten really, really good last night. How good was P4 last night? How good? Yeah. And the move that I got to sit there in front of him and watch it all on the rear view because I actually kind of set it up for him in the way that I had to go at Deacon. But anyway.
You always got to take a bit of credit, don't you, Scotty, eh?
Well, no. In the first race I did, though, because like I got down the inside of Deacon to sneak onto the podium. And it forced Deacon a little bit wide, a little bit deep, trying to defend. Yeah. And it just set up an opportunity for Dean. But if I wasn't there, Dean never gets the opportunity. It's one of those catch-22s, you know. How hard do you defend something? You just try and take the regular racing line, you know. It's But still, Dean had to put himself there. Dean had to put himself in the argument, and he did a great job.
Yeah, 100%. Comes around. Commentator's curse, bit of contact there. Daniel Fritz. Yeah, Daniel Fritz is off the road too. Saw that little knock on the side there too.
Dean, that's not a burnout pad. That is a sand trap.
Yeah.
This is the rundown at the end of Dandenong Road. Through the left-hander, up over the curb to the right. Doesn't take too much of it. Breaks it down, pinches a brake. Too much speed at the apex, and that nearly looks like a downshift as well.
Bang. Daniel, Dean just goes in the kitty litter as well. So is Daniel Fritz.
Nathan Allen went off track in the same spot as well. So Wayne Edwards has taken that spot away. And now the battle continues because Ray Oliver's had a 1/10 of a second taken out of him by Michael Cutter. So Cutter is coming. That battle would continue to develop as this race goes on. And Fritz has tried to go another lap. And probably not the smartest idea for Daniel Fritz.
Yeah, we'll probably lose 6-7 seconds just on this lap. Like, you can see the damage of the car just looks absolutely miserable. The front bumper just looks like it's ready to finish the race, and that'll be it. But yeah, unfortunate for Daniel Fritz there, just getting caught up. So I'm on board with Brad Mays.
So we're going to go back and try and grab some of these incidents that have happened right throughout the race. A good opportunity to say a big shout out to the sponsors, Wine and Brown Tools, Make It Possible's the round sponsor here tonight, and DSL Welding Services for the championship, and the replay sponsor as well. This will be the incident between Wayne Edwards on the start, and look for the wheel spin rearwards. Everyone starts to go, and he just goes nowhere. Ton of wheel spin, trying to get it running, and the car behind him. And that was not Vernie.
Yeah, that was Bradley Mays. That's just giving him a bit of a tap in the back. I'm pretty sure like the livery looks pretty similar, but yeah. I mean, what do you do from? Oh, right, Wayne Edwards here.
We're running on slow speed. Okay, I was about to say he looks quite slow. No, he's just coming out. So this is the incident between Cowan and Swanepoel, and Sinkovic just buying into it because why not?
Yeah. See that other car just walking around. Yep. Too easy. I'll just go around.
No, it's cold tyres down there. Surely it's not going to be easy to drive.
Oh, just see that red card rejoin the track there.
Van Danger was rejoining.
Yeah.
Yep. So Dave Unger, I know that he spun off at turn 4, and I think the car was damaged heavily. We're going to see that one now. Yep, just over rotation, too much speed at the apex in the rear, and then he'll tow this. Yeah,
it's beached.
He might actually be beached. That would make sense.
Yeah, he knew it instantly. He just didn't even see the wheel spin. He was like, "Nah, I'm beached. Car's totaled." Yeah, unlucky. This is the incident with Andrew Cowan and Brad Mays, I'm pretty sure. So, bang! Oh, look at that contact there. So, Jock goes through with the other guy behind him too. But that's all the incidents.
Yeah, if you've ever watched the V8 Supercars broadcast, that's what it looks like. Highlights of the race. Highlights of the race so far. Now, back to a live steering wheel action. Ray Oliver at the pilot's seat.
Bathurst. Cough, quick mate.
Yeah, he'll be pulling in shortly to hand over his teammate. No teammate registered. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Dave Unger has left the server, so will not be returning to the track here tonight. Obviously, just a little unhappy. I mean, at the end of the day, they say it's a simulator, but it's still a game to a lot of us, and if you're not having fun, you're not having fun. And Dave Unger went, yep, not my night, moving on. And that's not a bad decision. Oh, huge moment from Bradley Mays, right in front of the leader, Ray Oliver.
Daniel Fritz around, and Dean Sinkovic there too. Oh, it's just going to back up. Most of the guys go through very cleanly. Well, on Daniel Fritz just waiting there patiently. Yep. Oh, beach. No. Oh.
Perfect.
Let's get a tow. You might need. No.
Nope. Last car. That's the last car with Swanepoel just coming through. So he'll rejoin now. Hopefully he doesn't get beached. Just watching my track map. Yeah, he's just started rolling again. So he's back into the action.
Yeah, don't talk about beached things, because I beached a Beamer in an endurance.
Yep. So Cal got a penalty for the contact with Bradley Mays. So, and that I was saying, Andrew Cowan, I saw him go to the pit lane. I believe that was the service drive-through.
Yeah, it was. I wonder if he got 2 penalties for the contacts or not, but yeah, it might just be 1.
Yep, so it's just the 1 penalty, I think, so far for Andrew Cowan. We're back to the live action. After all of that chaos and actions unfolded, there is not a car on track that is battling another car at the moment.
Yes.
So, you got any plans for the weekend, Connor? You better say racing in IndyCar.
Yeah, I was going to say probably racing in IndyCar and commentating this weekend. Yeah, just getting ready for the birthday weekend coming up. So yeah. Just
your birthday, is it?
Yes, October the 30th. So SRW, cough. Steven's probably going to kill me after this. No. Probably, yeah, just getting ready for birthday. Going go-karting with a bunch of mates from Racecraft, and yeah, just gonna have a good
That
night.
sounds fun. That sounds awesome, man. That's a really good plan.
So yeah, Matty Stewart and John Lee and Anthony Joel and Alec and all those boys are coming go-karting. So I'm gonna get my ass absolutely beaten. And yeah, it'll be a good night. So yeah, just organising that, which is yeah, not cheap.
Mate. Take a whole bunch of lead weights and bop their cars throughout the night.
Oh, 100%. Mate, I've already called the centre. I got a couple of fast guys coming. Yeah.
Have you got success ballast prepared? Yes.
Oh, well, the funny thing is, like, I've got like 6 real race car drivers coming. There's about 4 sprint car drivers and 2 that race XLs and other stuff. So yeah, it's
wow, you are the underdog.
Oh, massively.
Whoa, hang on. Nathan Verning's backwards at the last corner. Right in front of Bradley Wall it was as well. Managed to get through there.
Good entry there.
No, so he's going to continue on as Nathan Verney. I think he's just bounced over the curb. Yep, big spin. Touches the...
No, he didn't touch it.
Just barely.
Skimmed it. Brushed it. Kissed it.
Good job. Good job, Nathan Verney. He's not hard. But I tell you what, Verney was winning races at one point in SRW. He's right at the front. And I don't know if the competition stepped up. I honestly believe that Nathan Verney doesn't have as much time as he used to in the simulator. And I think that's contributing to it.
He did well at Bathurst.
Yeah?
Yeah, he did really well at Bathurst in the lockdown lads entry. Yeah, he did really well. Scott has a bit of a wiggle coming down the hill. Has a front left lock coming down the hill as well. Oh.
We got comments coming in thick and fast over on YouTube. I'm going to jump over and check them out, Connor. You keep going.
So David Unger put it the fastest lap time in the service. So I'm sure a couple of guys are chasing it. As Ray Oliver's just really gapping everyone right now. He's in the pits, Ray Oliver. So he's coming out now with Michael.
And Cuttager.
Yeah,
yep.
Michael Cuttager coming out too. So I think someone else did a couple of pit stops. So I wonder if Cowie's back in this fight. Yeah, he's in P6. Yep, Brad Wall's there too. 7 seconds away. So yeah, they're still in the game. So it's good to see them. Yeah, there's Cowie on screen there in the performance sim racing. I'm sure Tyson McAvoy will be very happy with his teammates right now. Harry Dodd's getting a win yesterday. And, yeah.
I'm curious as to the comments that Jet's put out. He said that he's racing an Enduro in the car. Is that the Radicals in real life, Jet? Because obviously Jet Murray is younger brother of Cooper Murray.
No, he's doing an endurance in the XL with his brother Cooper.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get whooped. So yeah, thanks for coming, boys. But they're doing an endurance and like performance. SRW car around. Dean Sinkovich there. Yeah, those boys are quick. Like I wouldn't be surprised if those guys come around with a trophy and they should do well. Like no doubt in my mind. Yeah, they should do well, but if there's another endurance up, shocker. But yeah, Jet's doing amazing in what he's doing, and Cooper's doing his own thing. So yeah,
I actually got invited down to go watch the Sydney 300. Sydney 3 from Sydney 500. Sydney, I think it was the Sydney
Amar
300.
was in that. Amar from the Porsche Cups, he was in that. Is that
Yep.
who you got invited to?
No, it was actually with. And his name will come to me in a moment, but
98 Windows. Just wait for warm up. Yeah, pretty much.
Crap! No, I haven't talked to him in a long time, actually.
Michael Cuttager's right on the back of Ray Oliver here.
No, that's gonna bother me. Because he's really well known in terms of the Sydney 300. He's a legend in the Sydney 300 statistics. He's one of the best driver records, and he's out there and he races in a junky old Peugeot. And the thing was so good at sticking my nose in and have a look at and look at their tire pressures and those sorts of things. So it's gonna kick me. He's just a bloody lovely guy.
So Michael Cuttajar right on the back of Ray Oliver here, right here. You one of the lap traffic will just let him go. I think that's actually Nathan.
Nathan Allen, it is indeed.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this.
Faster Nathan, but not the better looking one.
That's rough. Michael Cuttajar on the back of Ray Oliver here, and I reckon he'd be pretty hungry just to get by him, because he might make a move. No.
And the thing is, with Nathan should be held behind the scenes in Brisbane, and Nathan Allen in Adelaide, we're unlikely to ever get the two side by side to compare. So, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It's yeah, definitely.
Nope, it's gone. I can't remember his name. Oh, that is going to bother me. I have to look through my Facebook friends.
That's always the best way to do it, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, like Jet's such an amazing driver. You know, he knows how to drive a car. Like, and no doubt in my life, you know, he's driven with him a lot of times, and yeah, he knows what he's doing. So yeah.
You know what else is important actually to keep our eyes on? The T20 World Cup's just about to start.
Yeah, well, yeah, like the Supercars going to Gold Coast. That'd be a good one. Philippine was just went around. Yeah, for MotoGP. Formula One on Monday. So yeah, I'm all up to date, mate. I've got it all. Pro Invitational's coming up for Bathurst 1000 for sim racing. And IndyCars with you and I on Sunday at
It's gonna be a great
Texas.
Week.
Yeah,
Great week.
very good week. So yeah, it looks like Michael Cuttajar might just be fuel. No, they should make it home. Yeah. Yeah, so he'll just be pushing home. But yeah, well, on my point of view, yeah, like championship wise, I'm actually sitting in P2 for a championship, so I'm looking forward to getting a big trophy for that. So I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. But Bryce, my teammate's actually sitting in P3, so he might snag me probably. I don't know.
My money's on Bryce.
Oh,
It's just
thanks, Scott. Appreciate it, mate.
well, look. If everyone bets on the other guy, you go in. There's less pressure on you. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. Should be one odds in it, but yeah, definitely. But yeah, he just joined 1-9, and yeah, he's really keen to learn some stuff, and he's doing the Sandown 500 with us too. So yeah, he's doing it with the boss man in the Holden, which is yuck. Wrong car, but yeah, he's a good guy, and yeah.
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud.
I know. It's good to say because I know there's heaps of Holden supporters out there. Well, not Holden anymore. It'd be Corvette, which is actually a pretty good brand. So, Chevrolet. Yeah, I do love their Camaros though. Yeah, very nice cars. But yeah, I'm a Mustang supporter through and through.
Oh, there was Cuttajar was closing then, and then
He was.
out of it. He had a huge run.
I reckon he's waiting. I reckon he's just going to put a bit of pressure on him and see if he'll crack.
Is he pulling the Adam Hughes from last night, where he's waiting for the last lap and sends it completely on the last lap, with no ability to respond?
Yeah,
He's incredibly brilliant. We were discussing it last night in Discord after the race, and I sort of said to the guys, look, why would you show your hand any earlier? At a track where you can reply, you can respond, you can have a crack back.
Yeah. Michael Cuttajar might make a move up here, might make up the inside. No, he's backed out of it again. That's really interesting.
You're probably only ever going to get one crack at it. And the instant that you show your hand and you have a crack, it's as easy as putting the car in an awkward spot and move done. Sandown is actually a really difficult track to overtake at.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of experience around here. I was talking to Kelly last night. I've done like 5 endurances around here already since it came out. And you've only got a couple of passing opportunities. One of them's up here. Brad Wall's actually pulling them in too, so Brad's going to be really on the pushing here. But yeah, you've only got the one passing up, like a couple of passing opportunities, one going down the hill. Oh, bit of smoke. Someone off the track there. No.
Yeah, that was interesting. Well,
Did you see that big? Yeah.
Here comes Callahan too. Callahan's flying.
Yeah.
As is usual.
Yeah. I mean, shock horror. Shock horror. No, but Scott's really quick. Oh, Michael Cottager might make a move here. No, he's backed out of again. What is he? Oh, that. He's definitely playing the waiting game.
Well, he's not going to pull away. That's the thing, right? He's not going to pull away. So he's in complete and utter control from here.
Yeah, he is. He is. But the issue is, right, if he doesn't make the move now, he'd probably regret that he couldn't get it done later in the race, because Ray's probably figured out, well, he's not going to make a move. I'll just keep my lines, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I would have made a move already, to be honest. I think just if you've got the pace in the car, you just make the move and stick it, and then keep racing.
The draft is such a huge factor. You're not pulling away. Like that's the thing. So
it's like it's definitely like the F3s around here, or the TCRs, maybe not, but yeah, it's definitely like that. Talking about TCRs and cars, what do you think of the new Mustang and the Camaro coming into iRacing eventually? That'd be good to see.
Sorry, did you say V8 Supercar? I don't care. I just don't like driving them personally. That's just a personal thing.
So Brad May's in the pits here.
I think that's a drive-through for an incident point limit.
Could be.
Or damage.
No, pit stop.
There you go.
That's interesting. Oh, no, he did an early stop, right? So he's probably taken fuel then he doesn't have enough to get to the end. That's
well,
what
he had to because he had damage. Yep, yeah, you're 100% right.
Yep. So, yeah, unfortunately, he's probably kicking himself. That's all. Oh, Brad Wall just getting a bit sideways in the background there, bit of smoke.
No, mate, that's not smoke. It's called skill.
Yeah. Bradley Wall is catching. Is it Bradley Wall or just Brad? He's put Brad there, so I might call him Brad Wall. But yeah, Brad does look like he's catching on the back of Michael Cottager. But you know what though? If I was Michael, I wouldn't make a move because Scott and Brad are catching. Like you wouldn't want to be in that pack. You'd want to be in front for sure.
Yeah, your options, your abilities and your timings for it all is now starting to run out. So
yeah, it is, and that's where I'd be like, right, let's just make the move. But you know, all of them have got a plan. And it's all part of the game. So you know, making your opponent just feel a little bit of pressure. Like you see, Michael Cottager just, I thought he might have. Yeah, it looks like Michael Cottager just backs off there, and Ray Oliver just commits. So yeah, I wonder. They obviously got different lines through there, so I wonder if it's pace though. I don't think it's pace. I think Brad Wall's right on the back of him now. Michael Cottager, look at that. He's just gained massively on him. So I wonder if
he's coming back at him. Yeah.
Now hang on, Brad Wall, not Brad Wall, Ray Oliver smashed a curb. I wonder if he's got a bit of floor damage. I wonder.
But surely Cottager, if that was the case, Cottager would just go sailing on by.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's been backing out of it. You've seen it like 3 times already. So I don't know. Oh, these boys, just make it so hard for us to figure out what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, there's not another pit stop, another lock-up coming down the hill from someone. Don't know who that is. As Scotty says, it's skill. Scott's catching on the back of Brad as well. Don't think Scott might pull him in, but I don't think he's got enough time.
No, I don't. I'm in the commentary box. I don't have enough time.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So Ray Oliver's done a... Ray Oliver and Michael Cullender have done the same lap times. Brad Wall's a second quicker. So I reckon there's something wrong with Ray's car. I'm calling it. I think
But if that's the case, then why hasn't Cullender gone through?
that's what... Yeah, like... He's a second off. Like what? We saw in quality they were doing 4s, right? Brad Wall's doing a 5.
Well, he's going to have to go. He's going to have to go now. Like, he can't wait any longer. Brad Wall's already in this.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Michael Cullender or Ray slip up a little bit, Brad's right there. Like, it looks like Brad's just going to want to pass instantly. Like, look at him. I don't know. Like, I think they wouldn't be fuel saving, surely.
I mean, they might.
I mean, what? Maybe they are. Like, wouldn't be stupid if it's a 2-stop. I mean,
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Michael
Here he
Cullender on
goes.
the outside here. Might make the move on the outside. Yep. Yeah, look at that. He's already got the move done. Right, Oliver just tucks in behind. Yeah, that's...
It's odd, isn't it? Bizarre.
Really bizarre. Saving fuel? Like, that's my only suggestion, but if you're saving fuel, I mean, it makes sense, but it's just... I don't know. It's just me. It was Ray Oliver running a Tesla helmet. I just noticed that. I wonder if a Tesla helmet.
I don't know. Oh, it's got a... Oh, you're right. He's got the logo on the helmet. There you go. I've seen a Bender one. Bender from Future. Oh, I got it.
Makuta on the outside.
Here we
Brad
go.
might make a move.
And all the while, Scotty Callahan starts to buy into this one. So, with 10 minutes on the clock, all of a sudden, 4-way motor race is breaking out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we've still got not even that, 6 minutes to go. No, they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Michael Jar's
Who's
got it
going to
on
back out? Who's got the bravery? Got a jar backs out through the middle. Brad Wall comes away with it. Ray Oliver forced to sit by the wayside.
No, Brad Wall's off the track. He's re-entered. Oh, Michael Cullender gets around. Scott gets around. Oh, Brad's out of that. Oh, he's on the back of Mike. Oh. So back of Scott now.
My word.
Oh, I think they were listening to Adrian send it. I think you're right, Adrian. all of a sudden they just went, nah, let's get the guns out now. That was unreal. I've never seen
awesome.
that. But
Brad's had another mistake.
oh, he's gonna be annoyed with that. Oh, that was such a good pass. I've always said this, like the supercars you can bang together. Not in these things, they're almost a formula car and they've just went 3-1 in turn 1. Like Michael up the inside. Up the inside here, he's gonna get Ray Oliver. Yeah, halfway up, he's all the way up now, so Ray might back out of this to be safe. No, Ray's up the inside, Ray's got the corner. Yeah, good pass by Ray there. Scott's on the back of Michael Cullender now, and so as Brad just reeled him back in. Looks like Brad's got a lot of pace in this car.
Yes, he's doing really well. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, he's got the Buzz Lightyear suit on, so maybe that's where the pace is. Maybe both of us need to wear a Buzz Lightyear suit. Yeah, we talked about it last week with Buzz Lightyear. Should be just said, is he wearing one? Yep. So, I think it was a bit of a meme for a bit, actually. So, Michael Cullender really on the back of Ray Oliver. Might get the move done here. Scott's right there, too.
Gonna come down to turn number 1 yet again. Callahan's there. Cutterjar's there. Brad Wall is back in the equation. 4 cars. And now, there is only 6 minutes left in the motor race. Oh, it's so close. Throw a blanket over him. 4 cars. 4 cars at the end of this.
And here's the thing, if Ray Oliver messes up, well, Michael Cutterjar's right there, so he could get
He
caught
doesn't
up.
even have to mess up. He's got the draft. Here comes Cutterjar again.
This is where he can make the opportunity. He doesn't have pressure from behind from Scott, so he might make the move. Bradley Wall's actually passed Scott.
Scott's let him go.
What's
That's
going on
intriguing.
there? Is that fuel? Maybe it is a two-stop race. Maybe fuel is.
Oh,
What's going on? Surely it's not a fuel race. Surely not.
well, it makes sense why Michael Cuttagy and Ray Oliver were slow. Brad Oliver, did he take a second stop?
Ray Oliver's only taken one stop. Well, Brad Mays is the first driver to take two. He is in P6 and he is 3/4 of a lap down at the moment. Cuttajar's going to go around the outside. And buying back into this is Brad Wall. So out of everyone here, Brad Wall and Scott Callahan have pushed the hardest, but Callahan got out of the way. Brad Wall, I would say, is committed to a two-stopper. If there is a second stop, he's committed. He has to do it.
Yeah, well,
When do you come?
I'd say now.
Oh, I don't think you can sit in this pack any longer.
No. You gotta lose time.
If you're gonna make it,
Oh, Mays almost did a move up the inside. Not Mays, Michael Cuttagy. He's gonna make a move up the inside. Brad Wall on the outside, having a look. There's the
Now-
Buzz Lightyear suit.
to infinity and beyond, and well down the inside to get 2 for 1 into turn number 1. Brad Wall.
Yeah.
Cuttajar bounces all over the curbs again. He's got the acceleration. It's the rundown. Now comes Brad Wall again. Are we going to go 3 wide once more? Brad Wall's starting to buy into this. He is looking hungry. And
Cuttajar-
Callahan is just watching. He's just spectating.
Oh,
Cuttajar on the
Ray Oliver
outside.
the inside. Brad might get Cuttajar here. No, it's backed out. I tell you what, these guys are smart how they race, though, isn't it? Like, if they don't know if they can make the move, they'll just back out of it, which is so smart from a racing point. Green to the end now. The race stewards just said from Tyson McAvoy. So no safety cars anymore.
He lifted out. He lifted out again.
Yeah.
It's fuel. It's got to be fuel. It can't be anything else. Now down the inside, Cuttajar down the wrong road.
Brad Wall's gonna
Brad
get
Wall's
the
gonna have
run.
a go for it. Gets the switchback on him.
Nah. Oh, he's covered it. Oh.
Mental.
Cuttajar just blocked that. That was an awesome block. That was a very IndyCar, NASCAR style.
You gotta do it. Are you kidding? Here we go. Down the inside from Cuttajar once more. So he'll now assume the lead. That says he's got enough fuel. Surely. Surely it can't be fuel race. 4 seconds ahead to a lap car. It's Wayne Edwards. Will be
I
the
think-
car that they come across.
Oh, Michael Cuttajar.
Oh,
he
Wall was
had a
deep.
Nah, he still made the corner. Oh, I think it's fuel. But why has Brad Wall been on just rapid pace then if it's a fuel race?
Because he hasn't a choice. He was so far back off the lead that he had
Just
to.
had
That
to-
was
it
never
just
going to
had to,
save.
yeah.
Yeah, he was never going to save the fuel. So he was far better off pushing on because he had no draft partner. Now the curious factor is Cuttajar saved enough, and now he's going to punch on. We have 2 minutes left in this race, and I would say you've got to dive to the box now. There's going to be 2 laps left of this one. Yeah, there will not be 3 laps. It'll be 2 laps.
Ray Oliver just going wide there. He might make a run on the inside. Yep, he's going to go up the inside. Smart move by Brad Wall here. So he's halfway up. They're almost side by side. They're side by side now. He's going to get the move done. Not Ray Oliver's
he was
there.
deep. He was very deep, Brad Wall, on the inside, and it's a good thing that Ray Oliver was deep because he gave himself room. We are 2 laps to the end. We're 1.5 laps to the end now. Cuttajar's starting to show a clean pair of heels, and Callahan is pushing on to the tail end of this fight. So now, if Callahan's got enough fuel, he's going to push on because the podium's about to go begging from Scotty Callahan. He's got enough fuel. He's just enjoying it.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I reckon Scott's saving a bit
Well,
of
here
fuel.
it comes. Car off just in front. It's Wayne Edwards. He's going to try and rejoin in front of the leaders. Decides not to. Great driving, Wayne Edwards. Great situational awareness. Now to the final 2 turns. 1 more lap. We are under a minute to home, and that means the next time we pass the start-finish line,
White
we will
flag.
get the checkered flag. Barney, the flag man, pulls the white flag out. Time to wave it. Cuttajar defends to the outside. Cuts the toe off. Ray Oliver's going to send it now.
Yeah, that would have been the time to make a move.
Well,
They're gonna have to
they're
get
all
a
going to
good
make
run.
it. They're all going to make it on fuel. They're either
Yeah.
all going to make it or they're all going to run out. One of the two. Who's saved enough? Is it a fuel race? We don't even know.
Lock up from Ray Oliver there. I thought Brad would have got the good run. None of them would have got a really good run out of that.
He's too far back now, and Scotty Callahan, I think, has missed out on his opportunity to win this. He is too far back. So it's going to be, I think Waller's too far back as well. And I even think Ray Oliver's too far back now as well. So it's down to Cuttajar. Cuttajar's got control of the race. Is Oliver going to have a dive for it? He's all locked up. He's very locked up. He's wide.
No.
He's off. And he picks up the throttle and saves it. Van Dang is wide. That's the
Brad
lap
Wall's
time.
out of fuel! Brad Wall's out of fuel! Scott's in second! You
Callahan's
joking
out of
me?
fuel. Callahan's out of fuel as well. Ray Oliver's coming out of the last corner now. Callahan's out of fuel. No, I think Callahan wants...
Hang on,
wants Brad Wall to have it.
Scott didn't get across the line! No, he didn't. No way! You're joking me! You're joking me!
What just happened there?
No! He's not even gonna finish the race!
He had enough momentum. He jumped on the brakes.
Oh! Oh,
That's
Scott's
Wall.
gonna be kidding. He's gonna be kicking himself. That was P2 in the bag. No!
So Brad Wall will get a rear grid penalty for next week because he did not make the tow zone. Ray Oliver's come home in P2 after spinning at the end of Dandenong Road, so he was good on fuel. It was a fuel race, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fuel race. Now remember, I think why that explains everything. Because the two drivers that pit one lap earlier were Michael Cuttajar and Ray Oliver. They pit a lap earlier than Brad Wall and Scott Callahan. Scott Callahan finished in 7th. 7th position he finished in.
Hang on, but he's got fuel now. He's driving around. What's happened there? Did he just pull? Did he just pull? Because he just wants to do this for fun. Maybe he's just. I reckon he stopped before the line as a reason. I don't think he wanted P2. I think
He hasn't made contact. He hasn't made contact with the other guys.
yeah, he's driving around now. Yeah, he just stopped. Wow.
So it wasn't a redress. He didn't stop to redress it.
No.
I'm sure as anything he didn't stop to redress because if Brad Wall's out of fuel, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
And
How do you think Ray Oliver feels?
At the start of the last lap, 1, 2, 3, 4 was covered by a second and a half at the most, and it finishes 9 seconds, 14 seconds, a minute and 7 seconds.
How's that for a race, Coddy?
That's. I'm not going to lie. I am always a big proponent of races that go on fuel because it requires more skills out of the driver than just going fast. You can't just go fast and win a fuel race. Dean Sinkovich will celebrate 10th place like you would not believe. Ray Oliver's got fuel left to burn. So the two guys that pitted a lap earlier had enough fuel. So Brad Wall must have short pit. Do we still have the pit lane transition times at all?
I don't know. That was insane. That was unreal. That's the best.
We do. We do have the pit lane transition times, but they're blanked out because the cars are off the track. Because my timing has lost them. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. What the heck went on there?
That's the best Radicals race we've seen so far, Scotty.
Mental. Absolutely mental.
Oh, well, guess we better start bringing them in when they're all jumped in. Ray Oliver's the only one in there so far. And
I'm still processing. What the hell happened? Anyway, we'll have a chat to Ray Oliver. I'm sure Michael Cuttajara will jump in and join us. Brad Wall is not available right now for biological reasons. The old body clock has told him that he needs to visit the restroom facilities.
Yep.
And we'll talk to Ray Oliver. Ray,
mate,
was that we're a little bit speechless up here. Was that a fuel race?
Let's just say after the first stop, I think we all realised we needed to find 3 or 4 laps in the last stint. That was just crazy because it was
so
90
it was
laps
a
in
fuel
the
race.
first stint. Yeah, to be an understatement.
Okay.
So you had to find 3 to 4 laps.
Well, we went from 104s like low to having to do 6s to try and make the fuel. Like there was no way we were going to make it. That's why the other 2 ran out. And Michael and I we realised what was going on pretty early, so we were pushing each other and trying to block but pass but take the lead but not kill each other. And yeah, that's the end result.
Because the amount of times that Michael Cuttajara lifted out when he had a huge run on you was ridiculous. And we were sitting here going, what's he doing? Like, surely he's got to push on. Okay, that explains it. And Brad Wall, pitted 1 lap later, runs out of fuel.
Well, that means we probably made 2 laps in the last stint because when we came out, it was like, oh yeah, you've got to pit again. I'm like, hey, what? Uh-oh. But I did expect to have a safety car, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it was interesting seeing how many crashes there were, and just seeing you spin out on the last lap. We were like, he's out of this. And then, like, 2 cars have stopped, and we went, hang on, he's got P2.
Yeah, I just unsettled it across the curbs and then just locked up the fronts, and it was just like, oh, this is what I was telling myself not to do all night. And then I went and did on the last lap because I was like, saved enough fuel that I had like a lap and a half, and I was like, oh, why didn't I go half a lap earlier?
Yeah, definitely, man. And we've seen you. You must be pretty chuffed about yourself because obviously you got the qualifying, pole, and you got about 2 to 3 tenths, man. And great qualifying by you. And it's good to see you up the front compared to Winton when you were just coming through the field like a rocket.
Yeah, it definitely was different to not visit the pit lane at all as well. So yeah, it was a good change. It was good to see Nathan spinning as well. By the way, he was trying to do his grass cutting like normal. Love you, Nathan.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see you up the front, man. And who would you like to thank, man?
I just saw the Frog Leap Juice boys and Juice Energy Drinks and Pet Dog Company and Toyo Sim, and there's probably some other people that I've forgotten on that long list. And of course, my teammate Sharks, who's started to try and kick my backside and a few other things. So it's good to see we're all coming forward.
Yeah, man, we definitely saw him in the race, and for him to come home with P4, you must be stoked.
Yeah, I mean, both of us really just jumped in this in the last few weeks, so to be getting where we are is a pleasant surprise, to be truthful.
100%, man, and seeing the progress is awesome. I guess we better go to our next guy, so thank you so much, man, for jumping in. And
can I just quickly say cheers to Michael, because that was pretty tight, and there was a few moments where both of us could have taken each other out, but it was good, clean, nice racing, and it's a privilege when you have those abilities and those moments, because it doesn't happen often in this world.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's always good to be have a good partner with you. I guess that's a word you can use, and good wingman and good position man. Sorry, and well done, man.
Cool, thanks, boss.
Man, that was mental, absolutely mental. Actually, can we have a chat? Scotty Callahan's actually jumped down to have the green room to have a quick chat to us before we move on to the Porsche car. Scotty,
yep.
Okay, can you actually outline us what happened there at the end of the race? Because you had fuel.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not racing much this season, so I don't want to steal points off everyone.
That's exactly what we said it was. Okay, that's perfect. That makes sense.
What happened? They ran out of fuel, or they were fuel saving too much? God, I was just doing basically high 4s just to make it home. And yeah, when they pitted a lap early, I thought, God, how are they going to make it home?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. They were, they saved the fuel that they need. Brad Wall didn't, but Brad Wall was running a lot harder than they were. So
Oh, right, yeah, because I took so much time out of them. What was it, 13 seconds in about 5 laps?
Oh, look, we call that talent up here in the booth.
No, it wasn't talent. They were driving slow. I kept backing off, actually, because I didn't want to get in the mix of them all. But oh no, that was fun though. They were obviously having a ball out there, and Michael coming from the back.
Well, that's what they said. It was a race of going slow the fastest, and that's a unique build on its own. All right, well, good to catch up with you anyway, man. It's a pleasure seeing you around again, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, righto, guys. Have fun.
See you, Scotty.
See you easy, mate.
All right, ladies and gents, we are going to take a brief intermission. We are heading to the other side of this for your Porsche Cup action, and we will come back in a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned as we will bring you the GT3 Porsche 992 Cup qualifying right to your screens in 5 minutes' time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being patient with us tonight. We will be with you very soon. Our comms team is just taking a quick break, and we will be back with you in about 3 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being so patient with us tonight. We are back, and I hope you are ready for our DSL Welding Porsche 992 Cup. Our commentators are back, and we are ready to go. So let's get the show rolling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought the action coming from Sandown was a little bit lackluster in the Radicals, got good news for you. Porsche Cup time, Carrera Cup time on your Thursday nights. Connor, you said you've got a ton of teammates out there.
Yeah, mate.
They're breeding like, what was the word? Did you say they're bleeding like flies?
Yep. Yep, pretty much. I mean, we bring on a new teammate, Bryce Meddling, and basically, he's definitely a guy that we wanted to bring on board, and he wanted to be taught a couple of new things and get in the supercar, and I was like, well, mate, our team's pretty much filled with supercar drivers, so he's an IndyCar driver and he's racing with us on Sunday as well. So he's on team, and if anyone else wants to be keen and needs a team, let us know.
Sim Racing World Motorsports.
Boys got to plug.
Got him! Got him! Yes, got him!
Gotcha. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that, but 19 Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. So boys are amazing, and Matty Stewart, Bryce, Jake, then Braden Sagassa. So and then Chris, the boss, is doing family stuff. So just the boys tonight, and I'm commentating. So yeah.
Yep. Well, Chris was out and racing last night in the TCRs.
Yeah, it was.
Righto, so sprint round format, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes, and 20 minutes, I think, is the journey going to be tonight. So 3 separate races. No, sorry, my apologies. It looks to be 20 minutes, 40 minutes. My apologies. That's how she's been drawn up. So, righto, this is qualifying. What will happen is, because it is a sprint format and there's heats involved in the session, that means the instant that timer ticks down to 0, qualifying is over. Unlike the Radicals, which we just finished up. So, as they say in the cricketing world, on your bike, mate, get out there, run hard.
I've never heard that. That's a good one.
Have you never heard on your bike?
Nah, I've never heard of it. Oh, I haven't been into cricket forever. My Pops watches it, but it's just the old man. But I haven't been really into it. Braden Sagassa on a purple sector. Sam Moore was on a
they're all purple sectors because it's the first sectors.
Oh. Hey, that could be
quick.
quick.
You just wanted to say 1-9 driver on a purple sector.
Hey, the car's purple.
And why?
It's funny. It's actually Chris's wife that actually likes purple. So basically Chris just put purple on the car and called
now we
it
can
1-9.
go racing because she gave him permission, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. So and his number was 19. So I mean, it's a him team, but just bring all the boys on board, and now we're at a team that pretty successful. So what do I like to think. But boys are doing well, and so we got purple, but it's a you never see purple on a car, so
I love purple on a get out.
Sam Moore.
Wanted, one good commentating buddy.
Sam.
One job, make me look good.
Yeah, basically. But Sam Mill he just went up to P1. Sam's been doing really well recently. He's just been absolutely blowing everyone out of the water. From how he was last season and how he is now, he's just been doing absolutely amazing. Simon is in P2. He did really well at Phillip Island, if I'm correct. He was, just on the ball and very aggressive and, did very well. Jake Edwards is P3. He's just been doing awesome in the Whitey's Pies. I don't think anyone could really...
I'm really impressed, actually, with how far he's come.
Yeah,
honest to God.
Seriously, yeah. He's just been doing so well. Then we got Adam Hughes,
Madam Hughes.
Madam Hughes, yeah. Rich and Mayor, he's one of those guys too that's just, sits like P4, P5 in a race, then just
there's Barbara tonight. Oh, there's Barbara. Barbara's P3.
Oh, wow. We got Barbara. Oh, he hated that name, by the way. So, he, Adam Hughes,
Madam.
I'm not gonna... not gonna say anything because I don't want to get my I don't want to get a new butt. So but yeah, basically yeah, the boys didn't like it, so fair enough. Let us know if you don't like the comments, but yeah, just a bit of fun and jokes as in the commentary box. But yeah, Greg's back in the car. We'll need to find another nickname. But yeah, Big Huge is
well, his last name's Barber, so how about we call him Haircut?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, righto. Well, can you figure out one for Bryce too? While we're sitting here too? Because the boys haven't figured out a nickname yet. So, Simon, Jake Edwards has popped up to P1, and the Whitey's Pie entry with the big teeth on it.
Wait, okay, I've got it. Bryce's nickname is Ambo because his last name starts with Med.
Oh! It's Hughes in the wall, and Bruce White in the wall. But Ambo, you reckon?
Ambo. Yeah.
Ambo.
Yeah. Spends a lot of time in the ambulance on the way back to the infield medical centre, and last name starts with Med. Done.
Done. Yeah, righto. Fair enough.
Of
Fair
course,
enough.
Bryce is another driver that's big on the banter as well. He's lovely to hang out with.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a guy that you can chat to for days on end. Who else have we got?
A bit like Madam Hughes riding all over that curb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my word! Look at the way that he is just monstering the curbs around here. How's the time? How's the sector time? We're gonna wait for it to come through. Bryce Meddings has just gone on to 2 green sectors. He'll be pushing on to the next one. Matt Stewart has not improved on his lap time. Richard Mayr's about to come to the line. Doesn't improve on his times either. With 3 slower sectors. Jake Jackson is on 2 green sectors. Dean Hunt isn't on green sectors. Pollard might be on green sectors here. Something we haven't talked about yet.
Hmm. And what's that?
I'm actually seeing a few damaged splitters, front splitters, on the curbing around here.
Actually, the boys did a bit of testing. We did this ages ago in a different league, and yeah, we noticed if you smash the curb, you will damage the car. Someone's on Adam Hughes was on a purple sector.
Purple sector. The only one missing is the middle, so he's going to go and find a middle sector. But he doesn't have to find pole. He's already found that. So
yeah, easy. I wonder what he would be on if that middle sector was good.
He's jumped at the top with the 107.484. Now, I don't believe he ran the qualifying set during the practice session because it looks like he's just done race runs.
Yep. Yeah, just practicing the car, how it feels. Yeah, you were talking about the broken splitter there. I'm just looking at Jake Jackson's car. Thing's bent in. I think it's... Yeah, right.
I noticed it from Bryce Meddings. Now, having a look at the front splitter there of Haircut.
Yep.
And the 992 now of Livnik. Haircut's run wide there. No, his splitter's okay. So that's something we'll have to keep monitoring on as the drivers go around.
Maybe it's just a 1.9 thing, but just not big enough.
Well, I was going to... Oh, huge moment for... I think that was Sagasa. It was Sagasa.
There's another 1.9 car comes through. Bloody hell. Yeah, I think that might have been Matt Stewart, Mr. Consistent, Maverick, Chili Win.
Well, there's another one in the background, and another one, because there's a ton of them out there.
Yeah, so that would have been... I think it was Jake that... Yeah, Matt Stewart went through.
So there's another crinkled splitter, and that is on Mazomo. You see that left-hand side looking back this angle, so right front for the driver? That is definitely crinkled.
Yeah. It must be... I wonder what curve it would be. I reckon it'd be turn 2. It's got to be.
I agree. I agree with you. It's... well, no, it could... Yeah, there is another curve it could be. It could actually be the exit curve at turn 1.
Oh.
Because it is quite a large curve.
Right there. You're actually probably right about that.
Bounces right up and down on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, normally you want to stay off it, but people just use it as a bit of a clipping point almost. God, that was such a drifting turn. But yeah, maybe just aim the car a little bit better, maybe.
And it's so minor that it probably wouldn't impact the lap time, which is an interesting comment to make because I know that iRacing have done some upgrades to a couple of cars. Formula 3s was one of those cars. I can't remember what the other ones were, but The suspension was the thing that they were looking at, and they were looking at increasing the way that or changing the way that the damage was applied consistently to the car, to the suspension.
Right.
So
Okay.
basically, I'm pretty sure the Formula 3 has it. There was about 3 or 4 cars that got it, and effectively, the effect of smashing the curbs was supposed to increase over time.
That's interesting. That's really interesting because I was doing an F3 race on Tuesday. That's what we normally do. And we were at Mid Ohio, and the floor. I just went off the track. Like I put 2 wheels in the dirt, and the floor like just sounded terrible when it did it. And I was like, oh whatever. Kept driving. I lost 2 tenths in 1 lap. I was like, oh no, that's not good. So yeah, it's definitely something there.
Well, the F3s also sound horrible when they're grinding the front wing. They grind the front wing along the curbing as well. Yeah. So anyway, qualifying continuing on. 10 minutes in the book. Drivers will be wanting to leave pit lane in the next minute or so to have a crack at another lap. Otherwise, they are probably about done. In the fence for Sagasa, and that will be another quick reset to pit lane for another crack at qualifying.
Well, he'll probably be boasting about it, but Brian Sagasa's the lead 1-9 car right now. He's sitting in the second, third, fourth, 6. P6.
There's numbers on the left-hand side of the screen.
Yes, there is. My ADHD just went, nope, don't use them.
No, I don't count them.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. He'll be probably boasting the team. He's always been like that, hasn't he? You've known him for a while.
Yeah, he has. To be fair, I'm the same way. So.
Yeah, he's always been like, we've always had this running joke, who's the leading drivers? And we've kind of done a bit of a score up, so...
no, that never ends well.
Oh, mate, it was funny as. So, apparently I'm the lead supercar driver in IndyCar, so I was like, okay, that's good. Yeah, Matt was Cup car, because he got P3 in the championship for the Cup car. Jake's GT3, and Braden's Pro Mazda. And Chris's Rallycross. So, yeah. And it wasn't actually that, like, no one actually went at someone's throat. It was quite funny.
It's interesting to compare, where everyone's talents will lie.
Yeah, and it's, you know, some people do it really seriously, but geez, honestly, sometimes we just have a laugh. Like, we'll go, I'm the #1 driver. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely, it's a good environment in the 1-9 facility, I guess. Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about qualifying. Time is starting to come through, or continuing to come through. Porsche Cup cars not quite as fast around Sandown Motor Speedway as the Radicals that we just saw previously. 107.484 from Adam Hughes is about 3 seconds slower, just over 3 seconds slower than the SR8 Radicals. They turn better. These things have a little bit more power.
You know, I'm shocked. I'll just have a look at the track team to see if I'm right about this. The Supercar is actually a bit faster around here than the Porsche Cup, which is interesting.
Only just. I mean, that's typical because the Supercar does have more power.
More power, no aero. Yeah, true. But yeah, it's funny going from a Formula 3, which is like 104s, almost 3s, to now that's like 107s, which is just crazy. Who knew if you had less power and more downforce, you're faster.
So something I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, we've crossed over 2 minutes to go. If the drivers are now not out on track, they are not getting another qualifying lap in. So you've got to be on track, and you've got to be starting that lap within the next 30 seconds, or your qualifying session is done. Adam Hughes has jumped out. He is at the top of the board. Sam Muir just went faster, I believe, and has jumped his way up to P3. The haircut barber is now coming through the final sectors, has not improved in Sector 1, Sector 2. Might be gearing himself up for another crack at a faster lap. Jake Edwards has just gone across the line. I believe he may have improved his time slightly. Steven Sinkovic is about to go faster as well. He's in the last sector at this point in time. Green across the board for Sinkovic.
And thanks for Toyo Sim for the qualifying as well. Appreciate it, Toyo Sim.
Yeah, Toyo Sim, your proud sponsor of tonight's qualifying efforts. If you need new race, not hardware, race gadgets.
No gear.
Race gear? Racing,
Yeah.
sim racing gear. Toyo Sim, your
sim
partner.
racing gear.
Get in contact with Toyo Sim today to get yourself out on track, and maybe you can look as good as the haircut barber.
That was a good one. Yeah, Toyo Sims supply canvases, direct drives, as a lot of the drivers actually have them. Yeah, great wheelbases. Definitely recommend them.
Righto, qualifying now, starting to wind down. Drivers have 20 seconds to get themselves across that start-finish line, or they are done. Richard Mayer coming out of the last corner. Jake Edwards now out of the last corner into the line. Greg Barber and Ryan Polevnik. I tell you what, I don't think Barber is going to get back to the line, so this will just be about it. Mayer is going to cross the line. Edwards will cross the line. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, so Barber is done. Barber actually towed and will not complete the lap. And Polevnik will fall that much short of crossing the start-finish line to complete the final lap of qualifying. And the Toyo Sim qualifying session is now over. Adam Hughes is going to top the qualifying session. Madam Hughes, great job from Crisscross Racing, but it's going to be a Crisscross Racing front row. Jake Edwards will line up to his outside. Sam Muir from TriStar Racing will start P3 on the inside of Greg Haircut Barber in the Crisscross Racing, who take 3 of the top 4 spots. Simon Mazomo for 9.5 Sim Sports will be P5 alongside Braden Sagassa for 1.9 Sim Racing. Ryan Polivnik and Jake Jackson, also a 1.9 driver in P8. Richard Mayer for Frog Leap Juice Racing and Matt Stewart round out your top 10. Bruce White and Dean Hunt, also another Frog Leap Juice Racing driver, followed by Bryce Meddings, another 1.9 racing driver. God, you guys are breeding. Callum Hodgkinson. Basically, the entire field, ladies and gentlemen, is Crisscross Racing, 1.9 Sim Racing, and Frog Leap Juice Racing. That's about the entire field. Gene Sinkovich for Sim Racing World, Motorsports, Peter Pollard, Stephen Sinkovich, the other Sim Racing World driver, Aussie Blackburn, Shannon Blackburn for Aussie Boys Racing, Mal Powell for Drop a Gear Motorsports, Tyson McAvoy is your safety car driver, and Michael Locke for SLM Motorsports, the only SLM driver on the Porsche Cup grid. We are set and getting ready for a race. Few grid spots currently missing as drivers are settling themselves in. And reasonably close qualifying performances here. There's only hundredths of a second between most of the grid.
Yeah, like you look at Sam Mule and Jake Edwards. Like, how close is that? Like 200ths. Like, come on, boys. Like, that's too close. But yeah,
it's only 600ths of a second forward to Adam Hughes as well from Jake Edwards. So
yeah,
it's not even a full 1/10 of a second from P1 to P3. Yeah, basically, and that just continues on just about the whole way down throughout the field, to be perfectly honest with you. So
that's a blink. But anyway, we'll go green. Go ahead.
Braden Sagaska to Ryan Polivnik is 200ths of a second, and then it's only 4,000ths of a second back to the next car. Lights are out. Big start from a red car halfway down the field. They've had to check up as they try and get through on the run down to turn number 1, but it's Adam Hughes who will lead us into turn 1. Greg Barber gets around the outside of his teammates. Muir gets in there as well, and Edwards has gone from P2 to P5. Sagassa's held station in P number 6, and they'll all try and settle themselves down as they take the kicks for the first time. Still getting through there too wide. It's one of the Sim Racing Motorsports drivers in the fence, and it's been followed by a Frog Leap Juice Racing car as well. Now they'll flick it back around and try and get themselves back underway.
That's Greg Barber in P2, all the way back down there. So maybe there might be a safety car if they need a tow. Well, I've always called it a snake.
Dean Hunt. I think it was Dean Hunt that was backwards. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, wow. Unlucky. Oh, Greg Barber right there with a bit of a push from Samuel. One of the 9.5-inch Sim Sports right on the back as well. Two 1.9 entries right behind him too. Too wide through the back corner.
This has allowed Adam Hughes to just step away a little bit. So he's now broken the draft of these two because they've been squabbling. And now it's Mazomo trying to make some ground forwards. Jake Edwards has gotten back by him. Here comes Mazomo down the main straight. Is he going to dip out of the draft? He does. Shows the nose to the inside. Defend it from the outside. And the white is pie entry for Jake Edwards. Hangs it around the outside. Still there. Climbing all over the curb. Run at turn number 2. Mazomo has to back out.
Yeah, it's just, you know, being respectful for the drivers, you know, and even Braden backed out of it too, and Jake backed out of it too. So, yeah, really smart driving from all of them. I've been saying it all week, but seriously, all the guys at SRW are really smart and know what they're doing.
I'll put it to you this way. I tried to move down there at turn number 4 last night at TCR. Did not go well. Did not go well.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your moves, mate.
Hey, the less said about last night, the better.
True.
Edwards has now settled himself back in,
Oh.
so Mazomet, they're all chasing each other. And that was Jake Jackson that was off on the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, he went off. Benzono had a bit of a wiggle too, so they've still got cold tyres. Bruce White is right behind Jake too. Bruce
that
put his
Cow?
nose up.
That's not Cowie's buddy Bruce White, is it? I feel like it
Yeah,
might
that's
be.
Bruce. Yeah, it is. Yep.
It's good to see him back. He had a torrid time last season in the Radicals.
Yeah, he had a bit of a break. His semi-cube actually broke, so he had a big break. Oh, I've known Bruce for a good 8 months, 9 months, so yeah, it's good to see him back. Yeah, good. You know, he had a great run in the SR8s. He got P3, so good to see him out there and doing well.
Oh, there's a car around, I can tell you. There's a whole bunch of brakes skidding. Bryce Meddings has just made contact with a car. I think it's Peter Pollard, who's going backwards at the moment for the Aussie Boys Racing Team entry. Sort of stuck there. He just unsettled it coming off of the curb then.
DSL Welding Services replay after all until we all get it settled down. Jake Edwards in P4 down 2 positions, so he got jumped off from the start. Adam Hughes is leading Greg Barber. Oh, look at that, teammates on teammates. Like, how's that? I mean, all Jake Edwards needs to go into P3 and they've got top 3 all the same team.
You're not going to like this one.
Oh, no, I just saw that.
Bryce Meddings has just received himself a black flag for contact with car 47 on lap 1.
Did see that. We'll have to go and have a look replay.
So we will try and get backwards and have a look at that one.
Oh, what? I think that's Hughes around. No, Greg Barber.
It's Barber!
Oh,
It's a
no!
haircut.
What
Mate, you're supposed to be cutting hair, not grass.
I wonder what. Maybe Hughes had a bit of a checkup or something. I wonder what happened there. Maybe a bit of curb. Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, that's odd. Very, very odd.
Very odd. Greg
So
Barber's a
gonna-
very consistent driver, so yeah.
You don't see those sorts of mistakes from him a lot.
No, you know.
It's good to see that some people don't follow the rank at School of Racing.
Pretty
no,
much.
mistakes everywhere. That's
Yeah, dive bomb everywhere. Hopefully car stops. I think it's almost Braden's mythology as well, so.
Project Cars drivers, that's where it comes from. Alright, Bruce White's starting to get built up on by Richard Mayer in the Frog League Juice entry immediately behind him. He's getting close now though, so Bruce is going to be under assault. Down the inside, they will go door to door and Bruce will hang on to it. That is not a place that's easy to get a past on.
That was great driving by both when Bruce White's actually up 4 positions, so he's on the move. It looks like they've pulled away from the 9.5. Jake Edwards has pulled away from the 1.9 entries, so it looks like the boys are just working together to try and get their way back up there.
I can tell you, Bryce Meddings has just gone back into pit lane. I have a feeling this is why, ladies and gents, you're about to learn something. If you get yourself a drive-through penalty, you cannot take a service. Well, Bryce Meddings took a service the first time through, and he got that penalty.
No.
So now he's had to come back down and serve a drive-through penalty, and that's going to resurface him on the main straight right as the leaders are starting to come down the main straight as well. So he's about to go a lap down.
Oh no.
Debut night in the 1.9 liveries, and
Yeah, not being Mr. Consistent, as we know, Maverick, as his new nickname's been. He's got like 3 nicknames right now.
who doesn't? If you haven't got nicknames in sim racing, is you know, you really
mate, honestly, Matt is like the nickname king right now. He's got Chili Bin, Maverick, and then something else, Mr. Consistent. So yeah. Go on. Oh, someone's around.
Oh no!
Is
Richard
that
Mayer.
Dean? Dean Hunt?
Richard Mayer.
Oh, Richard Mayer. My bad. My apologies. Sorry, Dean. Oh, Richard Mayer, mate. Oh, that's
Not a good night to be in
that's
a...
Matt Stewart up the inside on Bruce White there. Going to cover the inside. No, Bruce is going to put the nose up. Oh, Bruce is... Oh, gee. That was a bit rough. Matt Stewart's just called it in. That was interesting. Just ran out of road, I guess.
Interesting.
But there's Bruce, and then Greg Barber's on the back of Matt Stewart again. Matt's not.
It's not pace, so here comes the haircut. He's going to try and get down the inside and chop off a little bit of that curb on the way through. And Stewart just says, you know what? There's some more battles that can be fought later.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Gotta keep the car clean and just move on with it, I guess. So
Points on the board is the thing that Matt Stewart excelled at getting.
That's it. And yeah, he's in the championship, so yeah, he's probably just hoping he'll just have a clean race. Meanwhile, Brian Scassa doesn't care about points. He just wants to be on podium. Same as Jake Jackson, but these two.
Jake Jackson won't care. Jake Jackson will just want to finish ahead of him. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be the second 1-9 car. There's no fun in that.
No, not at all. Oh, Bruce White's off the track. Oh.
No, Brucey! No, don't tell me he's stuck in. I think he's just caught on it just momentarily.
Yeah. As we see Jake Jackson
going
up the inside.
Jackson will pull over to the left-hand side of the road, and we'll get the move done. Sagassa's now forced to watch the skills of a true 1-9 master.
Oh!
I just said that!
You're going to get a message from him later, you know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Adam Hughes is just on the radio. I don't know what he said.
Lap traffic, so he's just now caught up to Bryce Meddings. So having a lap traffic was what that was about.
Yeah, we'll need to have a look at that replay with Bryce Meddings. I wonder what happened. Maybe just tag someone.
Lap one incident. Lap one packs are all just nose to tail.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes you just don't. We saw it a few weeks ago with Harry Dodds. He just could not see the accident happening ahead.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. Oh! Jake Jackson's around.
Okay. I've eaten my words. Commentator's chair, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's going to be fuming.
So we'll settle on down in again, hopefully. Jake Edwards is up to P3, so he's loving life.
Oh, Jake's
now he's on the rear bumper. Now he's on the rear bumper of Sam Muir. So Hughes has run off into the sunset. Edwards has grabbed himself a spot on Mozomo. So Edwards had that spot on Mozomo, so it was the spin from Greg Barber. That's changed things up. And the Whitey's Pie entry is trying to put some great baked goods up one step further on the podium. I say that in the hopes that I'll get a pie sponsorship.
You really want that pie sponsorship?
I do want that. Look. If there is one way to get in my good books, it's food. Why do you think I'm married?
Mate, yeah, no one has that gut like you don't oh yeah. I love a good pie, to be fair. Bit of tomato sauce.
Oh no, Meddings is wide!
Oh, in the wall.
He's not having a good debut night.
No, he's not. He said to me before he's used to downforce cars, so this is completely left field. Oh, Stephen Sinkovich.
Oh! Steve, are you paying for the repairs to that inside barrier?
Oh, he does.
So, anyway, he's out there. He's having a good time. My word, Shannon Blackburn.
That was a lot of curb.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Blackburn has turned this Porsche Cup car into a motocross bike.
Yeah, pretty much. Just using those as a berm almost. Fair enough.
Hey, I've started seeing motocross videos and whatnot again lately. And I'm like, oh, I miss it. I miss it a lot. I think a few people here would probably know, but I grew up racing motocross from the time I was 6 till I was 18. I have an Aussie title. I have an Aussie title, actually.
Shocker.
Which, okay, so fun fact, I am one of a few people that will have an Australian title that will never, ever be taken from them. So, yeah, right. Due to technicalities. The technicality was the class that I won it in, the year after I won it, was no longer competitive for an Australian title. So therefore, I am the last ever holder of that Australian title.
The ego for motocross is very big.
Motocross, mate. Okay. Supercross. Oh, Supercross athletes.
Pete, off the road there. Sorry, there.
Pollard wide. Yeah, that's another car. Also motocrossing it back onto the track. See that?
Look at, oh! Just Ryan just using all that curb. Wow. Look at Greg Barber's pace. He's just come through the field.
Yes.
Great drive from him.
Stewart's just not been able to stick with him this whole way as well.
Yeah. Oh, Shannon Blackbird.
And the problem is with these Porsche Cup car tyres, Connor, it's once they're hot.
Oh, you can't get them. Yeah. I think that's why Jake and a lot of the guys will struggle to get. Oh, well, look at that. See, he's just got no grip. I think, yeah, just overheating them. Because, yeah. Oh, look how much pace Greg.
Speed difference, yeah.
I just noticed that. Greg just, I don't think I can use that on stream, but, hit that curb like it was no one's business.
No one. Yeah, absolutely. It was just about riding. You've got to set the car up for Sandown for riding those curves, because if you're not riding, you're losing so much time.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
And again, he just wiggles the bum of that car, Polivnik.
Oh, someone's around. There's a bit of... Oh, Jake Edwards! Oh, no, his car's broken.
No, he looks okay. I'd say he's just figuring out the grip level in the rear bumper of it. So, this will tell the story. That's Sam Muir ahead. And he's just as he's come down off the curb.
Bang. Oh.
Zoma will sneak through and take away P3.
Oh, those tyres are going to be warm.
Yeah, so his ability to defend from Braden Sagassa actually is the next car on track. It's less than a second back to Sagassa. So there is an opportunity that might be coming his way.
Greg Barber still on the back of Ryan here.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are 13 minutes and 50 seconds of this one. So probably going to get, I would say, all 18 laps in. We're going to get 18 laps in.
Yep. One of the cars just pulled over there just to let him go. It's very smart. As Greg Barber just uses all the track and some. It's Matt Stewart just coming up, the Maverick, coming behind Greg Barber here.
Absolute Top Gun.
Oh! Come on, mate. You've driven around here, mate. Don't hit a wall. There it is. There it is. He said to me he changed his information in SDK and
No, we need to save that image. We have to preserve that image.
And I said, did you change your photo? And he's like, nah. And I said, yes. Make fun. So yeah.
I can't remember what's on my photo in SDK. Is it still the cardboard box with the cats in it?
Probably.
You just would have seen it last night.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's an image my wife slapped together. I chuckled my whole time. We took several photos to make sure. She sat around and she was just grabbing photos of the cats, and she happened to get both of them as they were both you. Oh, off the track.
Even in the wall.
Oh. Right in front of the race leader. I think that was Adam Hughes that just went by.
Hughes.
And that's Sam Muir immediately in behind. So he'll be the next car to approach Stephen. And Stephen will pull to the left-hand side of the track and get out of the way. Yeah, it's actually starting to come back. Hughes, I think. He's starting to recover. No yellow flag. We are green flag to the end of the race, which means... Safety car is in pit lane. As you can see, he's playing with his buttons on the car, making sure it's still functional.
Yeah. See if the headlights still work.
I was going to say, does Tyson remember where he left the keys for the thing?
Tyson! Is that what you just... Oh.
Have they filled it up? I mean, did they fill it up after that? If they didn't fill a safety car up after last night, I don't think we've got enough fuel. Let's hope there's no safety car. Because the Radicals didn't need it, so we haven't had the opportunity to test if there's enough fuel in the car.
Yeah. And obviously we don't want anyone to crash on circuit because it's terrible, but you know,
testing out the safety car is always good.
Testing Tyson McAvoy is always funny.
It is.
It's not about the safety car, it's McAvoy.
Toss, I love that.
Greg Barber and Polivnik continuing with this battle. It is just not going away. Barber wants to get through, but he's never close enough at the most opportune moment.
I reckon Barber's just got a bit more downforce and Ryan's got no downforce on it. Because you look, he's pulled away on the straight, so Greg's probably going to get him back through here. Yep.
Here
so
he comes.
Yeah. I reckon Ryan's got a bit less more downforce because he goes wide there, so he may not have the grip there from the downforce. Yep, there's Greg there again.
He's closer this time off the last corner.
Yeah, look at that.
I
Yep.
think it's the way the suspension's set up, to be honest, because have a look at the way that Polivnik rode the curbs and the bumps.
Maybe. Could be
He was
right.
just able to keep so much more throttle in it.
Yeah, it looked like it. Well, Braden Scass is right on the back of the Whitey Pie entry now. Jake Edwards.
Oh, big moment. And Greg will slice it down the inside, parks the car up there, and that makes a mistake from
And he's
Polivnik.
Stewart on the outside there. Yeah, he's going to take the position.
And Greg was not attempting to force the car down the inside there. He was attempting to see if there would be a mistake. And it's worked out exactly that way. And sometimes you've only got to fill the mirror. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Same. Like, look at Braden, who's right on the back of him. Yeah, look at that. Didn't hit the...
Nickname for Braden's Sad Gas, isn't it?
No, it's Gassy.
Just Gassy?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Like-
Gassy? That's it, So Gassy. That's the one.
So, I think, I can't give you the full story on stream, but yeah.
You rarely ever can. Anyway, moving on.
Puffy. Let's just say. But,
Puffy. I like that. He's in trouble now.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, Connor, whenever you're on
Yeah.
commentary with me, I think you give away too much.
Oh! Jake Edwards off. Sonoma. Mizzono off. Both of them off. Braden Sagasta in P3 now. What happened there?
Yeah, so Jake Edwards comes down into turn number 1, so Mizzono's obviously had a moment ahead. So he's just wide and lost the rear of the car. We're talking about tyre heat, and the rear's just eventually just gone on Jake Edwards.
Gone. Yeah, wow.
But where's Mizzono? Mizzono is around in the same spot.
What's happening here? Hang on,
This is the exit.
Curb.
Turn 1.
Oh, he's done a David Kirby. Oh, so curb. Oh,
No,
so
he lost it. He's lost it
slide.
before he got onto the curb. The rear end was coming out from underneath him before he got
Tyre
to the curb.
heat, you reckon? Because look how much grip Braden had. The car didn't even move. That's interesting.
Throttle. I'm going to say it's throttle and not opening up the steering wheel.
White flag now. Huggis is leading. The big Huggis.
Big hugs for Adam Huggis.
Oh, Bruce White
Bruce.
losing it. He's on the radio. Hang on. What was that on?
I reckon there might be some steering damage or something there.
Definitely.
Because it's not tracking straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the gap from first to second. Sam Muir is in the back. That name just trips me up every time I try and say it. Sam's in the background.
Yeah.
The 104 entry. And he won't be close enough for Adam Hughes. Hughes will have control of this one, barring a mistake in the final 2 corners. Race number 1 from Sandown. And that's Bruce White on the exit there in the background, parked off of the track. Final lap of the race won't impact the results. Adam Hughes gets it done from pole to victory in race number 1. 104 Sam M in second place. I'm not going to try that last name again. I do not want to butcher it some more. But Braden Sagasa sneaks through in P number 3. And I can tell you one thing, Connor Nixon is not going to hear the end of that one this week.
Oh, no, I'm not. So there's Matty Stewart and the rest of the gang coming out across the line. Ryan there.
Mazzomo will be ruling a mistake. Jake Edwards will be the same. Because Edwards made 2 mistakes in that race that cost him a podium.
Yeah, Bruce White, Jake Jackson,
Dean Hunt carrying damage from lap 1.
We didn't see the replay of some crashes, so we might have to go and have a look if we get a break. Yeah.
So that will be one that will be untold. There's nothing really to tell on that one. There's a few cars left across the line. P12's just across the line. Mal Powell. Dean Sinkovich will be the next car across the line. And Shannon Blackburn will be the last car running. So Bruce White as well, who's obviously parked off of the circuit at the moment.
You should see Braden Sagasa's car right now. Mate, that car looks so happy and joyful.
I've never seen a Porsche look so happy.
Oh man, I'm never going to hear the end of it now. So there's our results. Adam Hughes, Sam Muller. I feel like I butch it too. Brian Sagassa, Simon.
Because you look at it, you try and say it, you think you're saying it right, and then you think about it again.
Yeah, Jake Edwards, Greg Barber, the haircut guy, Matt Stewart, Chelly Ben Stewart, and then Ryan Polivic, Richard Mayer, Jake Jackson, Dean Hunt, Mal Powell.
Hang on. What just went through the background? That wasn't a Porsche. That was not a Porsche.
That was a safety car.
The Tyson McAvoy hot lap session is now in progress.
Oh, look at that photo.
Give me some more of that, please. I'm interested. What does he have on that? Nissan Nismo.
Oh, God.
That's a photo from a Nissan driving experience somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably in New South Wales, I'm going to say.
The promo department safety car. No,
Yeah.
Tyson McAvoy is a New South Welshman. He is a New South Welshman.
Yeah.
He lives in Wollongong.
Yeah, right. He's got the... So, yeah.
I'm disappointed, Tyson. I want to see hot laps, mate. I don't want to see safety car laps. I want to see hot laps.
Safety. We got the promo department car out, as we should say. Safety car, everyone.
That shouldn't say incident. That should say indecent.
Yeah.
For the dyslexic among us.
Like myself. Yeah, for sure. Come on, Tyson, give us a hot. Yeah.
Here we go.
He's watching.
He's turned the wick up. Here we go. McAvoy's on it.
He's still flashing. All the guys are coming down the pits, ladies, and all the ladies as well. Yeah.
They've gotten out of the way. Tyson McAvoy showing his skills in the BMW M4. Voted most ugly grille and on the internet.
They've let him go. Look at him. They've all let him go. Oh my. That's what. Oh. Steven Sinkovich in the background just drilled the wall.
I'm curious to see the sector times. I want to see if he's the fastest car on track in the warm-up session.
If he doesn't get a 5, I'll be disappointed.
Look, he should be faster. Honestly, he should be. The rear end of this car is definitely much more stable. So he's on a banger here, Tyson McAvoy. Unfortunately, he does have traction control and ABS. So a significant advantage.
Yeah.
To the line, what's the time going to be, ladies and gentlemen? McAvoy setting hot laps. And it is 107.38, so he does have some time to find there. Well, no, actually, my apologies. The 107.38 would put him faster than Adam Hughes' qualifying time. So
yeah, but Adam Hughes has got less power, less downforce, no traction control.
No ABS.
No ABS.
Yep.
No. So Shibby just said the Beamer would have less downforce. No.
He's clearly never driven one.
Yeah. So the GT3s, which is what our safety car is, beautiful safety car we've got, the promo department. So your Porsche Cups, it's the weirdest thing to explain to someone. If you take all the downforce off, it actually drives better. But you've just got yeah. So when you go around a big sweeper, you've got to brake. Like these things have no downforce on them and no traction control. Not like your road car when it has traction control, ABS, stability control, like it has all of it. So yeah, no assist on the Porsche Cup.
All in the driver's skill.
Yeah. Oh well, skill could be. Skill could be a for teammate wise. But yeah, no, definitely skill you need. Yeah, for sure.
Disappointed McAvoy. I reckon there's another second out there to be found somewhere.
Oh, there's 2 seconds out there. 100% there's 2 seconds. There's
Look,
not.
I was being kind, okay? You didn't need to jump on the post.
Hey, I can stomp on McAvoy when I need to. You watch, he'll jump in the green room.
He'll skip the green room. He was straight in here to tell you what he thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. There's more time out there, mate. Come on.
He's run out of time. Check your flags out. He's got a race to go on race control. But he does make it to the top of the board. So he did win something eventually.
Oh!
I'm just going to say the Porsche has more straight line. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Tyson McAvoy to the booth. Okay, Tyson McAvoy has now gone from the booth. He just wanted to jump in and tell us how much faster the Porsche Cup car was in a straight line. Right, reverse grid. Top 10 is in order. Jake Jackson goes from P10 in the last race to P1 in this race. We'll start off the front row alongside Richard Mayer. 1-9 alongside Frog Leap Juice Racing. Gee, I think we're going to see that a few times tonight.
Yeah.
Ryan Polivnik, P3. Matt Stewart, the Chili Bin Maverick, whatever you want to call him, in P4. The Haircut Barber in P5. Jake Edwards alongside of him in the crisscross row number 3. Simon Mazzomo for 9-5 Sim Sports alongside Braden Sagassa, who needs to update his driver information to say 1-9 Sim Racing. TriStar Racing Sam M. Alongside of Madam Hughes in P10. Dean Hunt will start just outside of the cars to get a inverted top 10. Mal Powell, Dean Sinkovich, Shannon Blackburn, Callum Hodgkinson. Lights are coming on. We can't get through there. The Windows 98 logo from P7 on the grid. Is Mazzomo going to get a good launch through? He's going to Windows 98 it and go backwards. The error messages start to fly from the Porsches as they run down the front straightaway. And it is Richard Mayer who makes it to turn 1 in P1.
Oh, Jake Edwards.
And Jake Edwards is out in the weeds. And there is more going on down at turn number 1. There's 3 cars, I think. 2 cars. It is 2 cars. It's Bruce White. Here's the other one that's gone backwards in at turn number 1. Long race this, though. 40 minutes means that Jake Edwards will have ample opportunity. I can tell you one of the SRW cars is backwards. It's Steven Sinkovich yet again. Sagassa's now going to try and look for an opportunity here on Polivnik, who's dropping time. So Polivnik's got a cut course penalty, which is a slowdown, and he's been forced to yield a ton of time to all of these cars, which is worth 6 or 7 spots.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, he wouldn't want that. 6 seconds is huge. Or six cars. He definitely doesn't want that. So on board now with Dean Hunt, right behind Brian Sagassa. They'll be coming through the field nice and quick and sharp. So up front now, Matty Stewart and the haircut man is right behind him.
He's driving a hairdresser's car at the moment, Greg Barber. He's going to send it down the inside, shows the nose on Matt Stewart, and just bails out of it, clambers all over the curb. If that doesn't do split damage, I don't know what was. I think
out there.
Blackburn went out in the weeds yet again, so he will run wide at center 1 on lap number 2, rejoins nicely and settles himself back down and in. And Callum Hodgkinson is the crisscross car immediately in behind them. They've all finally settled themselves down, and now they'll set their eyes forwards.
Yeah, definitely. You just want to get in a rhythm as we're on with Sam Mule. I'll get it right one day.
We need to interview him. We've got to get him in the booth. We can figure it out. Car ahead of him has just run wide. It was Dean Hunt. So Dean Hunt made up a ton of spots, but he ran wide, and now down the inside is Muir. He's going to try and get that spot away. He did manage to get it done.
Yeah.
Fly back down 1 and up to P8 for Sam Weir.
I hope I didn't hear that right. Dean Hunt now we're on back on Greg Barber, the haircut man, and Simon Mazzuro on the back of Mazzono. Yep. On the back of Greg Barber. Definitely Greg had heaps of speed in the first race, so wouldn't be surprised if he gets around these 2 boys.
Richard Mayer, for my liking, had a lot of speed in that first race as well.
Did
so
too.
now he's got some clean air. What can he do with it?
So did Simon. But Simon had heaps of pace.
I mean, Jackson made a mistake late, so have a look at this battle and the opportunity down the inside. And Edwards is forced to sit and wait. He'll pick up a spot because Bryce Meddings has gone a little bit too deep. And now he'll pick up a second one as well because it's going to be Shannon Blackburn, I believe, who runs a little bit wide. No, it's Peter Pollard who ran a little bit wide. So that's presented an opportunity for Jake Edwards to try and get down the inside. Yeah, so White's coming back out.
Jake Edwards right up the inside. He's going to get him here. Yep. Nice move there. Really nice move. I reckon he'd be pretty furious with himself making that mistake. Meddings. Meddings just locking that front left there. That was scary. But, back to Greg Barber in this top pack here. As we say, cork in the bottle. Matt Stewart. Then we got Greg Barber. Then Simon
right behind him as well. Jake Jackson's up there fighting with Richard Mayer.
So they'll all try and settle themselves down in. A penalty's just been assessed and handed out by race control to put Pollard for contact on lap 1. So that would be the car backwards, and Bruce has just gone sideways at turn 1 against it. He's still struggling with those overcooked tyres.
Yeah, you would, like, we saw it in the first race, Simon and, you know, and Jake Edwards went around.
Jake Edwards again.
Yeah, straight up the inside.
Nearly a spitting image of the previous lap because it's on the same liveried car as well. We'll get down the inside of Shannon Blackburn here.
Oh, really pushing him out there. You saw Shannon's right side just being right near that grass, so definitely pushing there.
Here comes the Whitey's Pies entry. He's already all over the crisscross teammate, Callan Hodgkinson.
Well, how much time he's got to...
Before this season...
Up the inside. Nice
Hodgkinson will make some mistake. I'll say, the last time I saw those two on track together, but before this season, Jake and Callan were about the same speed. So I think Callan's a little bit out of practice, and Jake's put a lot of practice in. So Callan's definitely gone a little bit backwards from where he was, but Jake's come forwards. Oh man, this is going to be exciting for the whole race. This covers 1st to 8th in this train of cars.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And the Zomo is trying to set up Greg Barber, and he fakes it to the right. He'll shove the nose to the
he's
left.
Up there. Yeah, he's got the corner.
Barber's going to respect it. He's got the nose ahead. Job's still not quite done. There's still side by side. Barber's around the outside. A Dandenong Road on the curving. And finally, it's going to be a move for Simon Mazzoma that gets that one up. Skillful driving by both of them.
That was awesome driving by the haircut man there. He was just absolutely on it. Like, he didn't lose any car control at all. But yeah, that was just great car control.
From both of them. Both of them to get through down the end there.
I've never seen that before.
A grip limited car is the critical thing.
Yeah. Jake Edwards.
Here we go.
On Dean Sikovic.
I love this. This is what I want to see from Jake Edwards. He's got the talent. He's got the ability these days. Get down the inside. He's still making ground on the car ahead. Who's Mal Powell's the next car he'll get to line himself up. Clambers over the curb. Car's not too happy. He'll sneak on through. So job done on Dean Sinkovic, and now eyes on Mal Powell. He'll set this one up. Get a huge run off the corner here and target it, going down the inside of Dandenong Road. And here comes Dean Hunt, who's fighting with Ryan Polivnik as well. So this is the next two cars on the road, and Edwards would not mind seeing a little bit of this.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind it at all, would he? Yeah, but also Jake Edwards might just go up the inside. No, he's going to keep it there. Malpower under pressure from Jake Edwards here. So he might make a move here. No, he's not there. Might get him under brakes. No, he's going to stay behind him. Back on Matt Stewart here with Simon just on the back of him here now.
There is not a gap over a second from Jake Jackson all the way to Sam Muir.
Yeah,
by the way.
There's nothing. Look how much pressure Simon's putting on the back of Matt Stewart. Jake Edwards on the outside, clean move, just let him go.
Yep. Mal will fight you until you get down there, and you're definitely going to get the move done, and it's smart enough to let it go.
There.
Polivnik gets a run through the flip-flop turns 2 and 3, gets the job done, so another battle continuing to rage. These guys are now falling 5.8 seconds off the back of the pack up ahead of them.
Now Powers just called something in. Wonder what that is. Dean Hunt might make a move here. Nope. Oh, Matty Stewart's off the road.
So Stewart now dropping back to the tail end of that pack, and he is off the pale end of that pack, so we'll lose the draft.
He'll go near his teammate, another teammate. Bates and Gasler, Adam Hughes and Chris Cross. So that'll be a good battle, probably brewing up down in the back there. So Braden might make a move. Nope, he's just having a look. Bit of clean air. Get the radiator nice and cold in the tyres. So nice from him.
Settle in, find your rhythm now.
Yeah,
Do you save fuel or you try and get a move done? It's risky.
I reckon Adam Hughes, we've seen it before, he might just fuel save. He can't move anywhere.
particularly when he's holed up in behind a teammate as well. Mazzomo's starting to pull a little bit away from Greg Barber as well. So unless that Barber's fuel saving as well, like you never know. The only way to tell is to be on board.
Yeah, and that's it. I think Matty Stewart was fuel saving as well. That's probably why he went off in the kitty litter. You can see he's dropped back quite a bit, so he might be fuel saving as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Push on him, see if he can get something done. Sagas is going to show the nose down into the second last corner, and Muir's trying to get the nose down the inside. You just cannot pull away. You cannot take your eyes off of it. And now they're starting to take time out of Richard Mayer up ahead as well. So Mayer's had a mistake that lap. He ran a 108.7, so he took 4/10 back to Jake Jackson. Simon Mazzomo's just done your fastest lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, with 107.9. It's your first car into the 7.9s this race.
He's a magician. Sam's just lost the rear end of that. I reckon they're fuel saving because look how far Manny Stewart's dropped back. That's huge. It wasn't that far back. Yeah.
Well, no, it'd be on Stewart to push on now. Like it's Stewart. If you're in this position for Matty Stewart, there's no reason you're fuel saving.
Yeah.
So his job is now to push on. That's what it looks like too, directly from the dash of the Porsche 992 generation, which is the generation you have seen right around the world. Went into circulation this year. So iRacing actually had the car come this time last year. About this time last year, iRacing got the Porsche 992 car, which was before it actually went racing in the real world.
Yeah,
it's not available.
Yeah. Oh, Richard Mayer right on the back, Jake Jackson, and Simon's right up behind. Oh, Richard Mayer's made a bit of a mistake. Jake's gonna hold on the back there. Jake's giving him a bit of a push, I heard.
I think you got to be a little bit more patient. I think Jackson's being a little bit too aggressive in the wrong spots.
Oh no, he actually backed out of it. Richard actually made a mistake.
For sure, but have a look at where he's positioning the car. You're not going to get a move done there.
Yeah.
Like just be a little bit smarter, back off, settle in the chain, and build it up. And you might have a crack at Richard down the end of the straight here. Richard was out of position on those curbs, and he's going to suffer for a ton of time loss now to Jake Jackson. And Jackson is right to that rear bumper. I got the feeling Mazzomo is right on his bumper. This battle pack, drivers are starting to make mistakes as those tyres start to overheat, and the grip levels are waning, ladies and gentlemen. The fuel's burning out of the cars. The car behaviour is changing. It's all on in the next couple of minutes for this top 7.
Yeah, definitely. Simon's on the back of him as well. You know, even sitting behind a car, the tyres heat up massively. That's why we see Braden just ducking out through the straight, just to get a bit, not as much tyre temp in tyres. How much curb he's using there.
They're smashing that, absolutely smashing that. So the lead-in, remember how we're talking about the Formula 3s and the suspension on them earlier?
Jake's just absolutely kissed that wall on the exit.
Well, the reason I was actually going to bring that up was because where are the V8 Supercars heading this weekend? Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, yeah.
Hardest suspension wearing track in the country.
Yep, it is. Yep. That's why they need to have the softest suspension as they can. As Richard made a bit of a mistake, Jake's just stuck in behind. Richard, not stuck, but went on the back of him again, didn't make a move. I thought Simon would make a move, to be honest. I backed out it, back into the snake I've been calling for the last couple of weeks.
You're thinking of snaking from IndyCar, mate. That's IndyCar.
Yeah, true.
That's where it's coming from. Yep.
Yeah, true. Watch too much IndyCar. Yeah, I just see a lot of them move out on the straight so they can see the corner and get a bit of fresh air.
It's not fresh air in iRacing. All you're trying to do is pick up your braking markers.
Yeah, that's
You're just trying to get some reference points. Because we've seen it week in and week out how little you can see when you're up in behind a car like that.
It's seeing out of a mailbox. That's what it's like, you know. And you know, I've driven these cars so many times.
Check that out. That's a shot. That is an absolute shot. Look at them all come down in.
Well, there's 2 teams in that. 4 teams in that. Crisscross, 9519, and Frogleaf Racing.
all just so close together. Nothing between all of them. So the next question is, we're now 14 minutes into this race. Well, you're going to have to get to 20 minutes for your pit stop. Who pits straight away and who goes half distance and who holds off?
I wouldn't be surprised if Jake does a bit of an undercut, to be honest.
Jackson's got to. Like, of the lot of them, Jake Jackson's the one that's got to do it.
Yeah, 100%. But if Jake does it, Simon would go in and the rest would... I can imagine that. But you'd have to go super late so they didn't know you pitted.
Well, see, look, if I'm in Crisscross's shoes, I'm not pitting. Like, I'm staying out to the end of the tank.
They're so fuel saving. Like, you can see both of them just bunched out of the pack. I think Braden might have that strategy too, you know. If you're stuck behind 2 cars, you might as well... Oh,
here we go. Somebody dips out. Mazomo's just showing the nose. Just to Jake Jackson. Hey, buddy, I'm here. So does Mazomo come now? Because he's starting to get aggressive. Again, same as the TCRs last night. So difficult to be moved up. Now this is Jake Edwards from Crisscross as well. We'll get down the inside of Dean Hunt. He'll show the nose on the way into the end of Dandong Road. Hunt will take to the curbs, just trying to give him space, and down the inside and wide. Disappointed with himself will be Jake Edwards.
100% there. We can see Bryce Medding coming up through the field. P12, doing well for himself.
I was actually just looking at his splitter. His non-driver side, so right front from the driver's seat, splitter has that crinkle in it. There it is, comes in a shot.
Yeah, look at it.
He's the car that I've noticed has had a crinkle just about the whole night, so it's something that he's doing over the curbing.
Jake's got the same thing. Jake's got the exact same thing. It's not as bad.
Do you reckon your boys are running the car a little bit lower at the front end? Rake, maybe a little bit of rake?
I know the setup, and the setup is a gun setup. Like, I think I got into the 6s in this thing, and yeah, it's an awesome setup. But it's a setup. Oh, Richard Mayor's off the road. Jake's almost lost it. Simon's on the inside, on the outside, sorry. Might make a move, done. Yes, Simon's got it. Jake's backed out of it. Crisscross boys are in it now. No, the Crisscross boys are backed out of it. Oh, Jake's got it.
I'd pit. If I'm in Jake Jackson's oh, can you make it to
Braden's
the end?
there, though.
The thing is, if I'm lighting tyres up like that, I'm pitting in, because I'm already losing time.
Yeah, I would have done that. Yeah.
And you call off the tyres by coming down the pit lane.
Oh, Crisscross is just dragging him out there wide. Hopefully he just tucks in with Braden. Not too wide. Crisscross.
So Hughes versus Jackson. Hughes will back out of it.
Braden's right there too. Bit of a 1-9 sandwich. Oh, Jake's almost has smashed that wall.
That's just his line. That's just where he's running out there.
Yeah. Jake's actually almost a champion in the Pro 4 trophy trucks.
Jake Edwards is backwards again at turn 1. Oh, here we go. Sagasta's nearly on the rear bumpy here.
If I was them, I'd tell Jake to kind of back him up a little bit and make Braden make the move.
Oh, you can't though. Look at here it comes.
Yeah, there it is.
Adam Hughes down the outside, turns into the inside. Adam Hughes gets it done. Pit. Absolutely pit, Jake. You can't stay out any longer.
He has. He's in. I would have done a teammate thing there. Yeah, another one's in. Another 1-9 entry. I think that might be Matt.
Matt, yep.
I reckon Matt was fuel saving, so it might be a bit of gain from that.
So we're going to see if we can find what's happened to Richard Mayer, because that's what's kicked all of this melee off. The DSL Welding Services replay. He's already wide. He's the car's up ahead, and he's already wide at that point.
Yeah.
There's no contacts. Richard's done that on his own.
Looks like the car's just been getting worse and worse over the stint. Braden Sagasta's making a move. Oh! Another huge wobble coming down the hill. So Jake's lit up the tyres there. Oh.
So he's followed him in. They're both in deep. And I wonder whether or not Richard's missed his braking marker, and Jake would be, just because of the groove you get yourself in, you're watching the car ahead sometimes, you stop watching the braking markers. It's an easy thing to do because your reference, you can't see the braking markers sometimes, so your reference marker becomes the car ahead.
Yeah, that's it, and the 1-9 entries are in. Another one's in. Braden Sagasta's in now. So I wonder where Bryce will get in. Jake Jackson's out in P12.
Cars that have stayed out: Simon Mazzomo, who's accepted the lead of the race; Greg Barber, Adam Hughes, Sam Muir, Ryan Polivnik. Meddings has stayed out.
Oh, Braden Sagasson's massively gapped Jake Jackson. Wow, that's interesting.
It was yellow flag sector 1. I don't know what that was for. There's a slow car coming down pit straight at this point in time. It's P16. Is Dean Hunt. But I don't know what's actually going on there. But yeah, anyway, Braden Sagassi, you're right, has jumped Jackson in terms of the pit strategy. So that means Sagassa's now really positioned himself well. And Mal Pal's just let him have that one. Because Mal's not in the same race as him. That's just effective where they've effectively come out. Richard Mayer and Jake Jackson. So this is actually, Sagassa's jumped 2 cars.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, he's done a good jump there. But remember, Mayer lost a lot of time.
And Mayer as well has now picked himself up a slowdown for coming down over that curb. So Jake Jackson gets a spot away, and that's an effective spot as well. That's not just overtaking cars that you've caught out.
Yeah,
Dean Sinkovich just went to pit lane and just in behind them as well. So he's now come through for his stop. So the rest of the field's still out. So top right of your screen, Simon Mazzomo, SM, followed by Greg Barber, GB, and Sam Weir. So Adam Hughes has had a moment. And he's dropped back now as well.
Yeah, he has. I wonder where Braden comes out in this equation. Because he's got clean air, like, he's just pushing you.
I can tell you, it was 3 seconds faster than Jake Jackson in pit lane.
Yeah. Well, that could be fueling too, because Braden doesn't use a crew chief. He just runs off his own numbers and, like, he just stops fueling when he sees the number. I'm like, that's it. Come on. But yeah,
look, if he's got a method and it's worked for him, it's something you have to practice. It's something you have to do a lot of practice. Oh no, Jake Edwards has just left the service, so he's done for the race.
So unlucky.
He was doing such a good job coming back through the pack. Mal Powell is now going to get chased down the main straight by a car that he's trying to let go. And that car is Jake Jackson getting down the inside here. Now slingshot down through and past him. And whether or not Richard Mayer will get down there as well, I don't think he has. So Mal will hold Richard up here, which really helps Jake Jackson's strategy out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going for the undercut, one thing you don't want to run into is traffic that you're racing for position.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Braden's in the best position. He's got a bit of a toe from Bruce. But, yeah, it's something like how Jake's dealing with it right now. You would not be liking that so far. But, yeah, Richard Mayer just getting on the radio there.
So they were trying to orchestrate that pass between Richard Mayer and Mal Powell. Mal was just out of the way.
Bruce Whiting almost going off the road there. Dean Sinkovich just getting out of the way for the guys.
So Sagassa will get down
Bruce
inside of him.
Yeah.
Bruce White runs to the pit lane.
That's interesting. Brian's already in P6.
So now we're 22 minutes into this race. You've got to start to think that this tank can't last much longer for Mazzomo, Barber, Moria, and Hughes.
Here's the thing, right? If they've been losing a second or two, this undercut could be so good. So
well, you got to watch the lap times. The lap times is you can't watch the battles and where they are on track. All you can do is watch the lap times and the sector times because that tells you a story. Have a look at the last lap here for Sagassa. It was 8/10 away from his best lap of 108.1, plays a 108.9. Now you're looking at, so just crossing the start finish line, 108.5, 108.5, 108.2, 107.9 for Hughes. So he's lost time. Not to Polivnik, because he's not racing Polivnik. He's racing the 4 cars ahead of Polivnik.
Yeah, we'll see what this lap time is.
This has got to be a good lap, or else he's in trouble.
He was behind Bruce White, so they might have been caught up in a little bit. So let's see what lap time he does here.
I know he wasn't happy with Bruce because he was getting checked up by him. So he's on pace with everyone else, but that little bit of traffic
yeah.
Could cost him.
Yeah, well, look at Jake. He's really far back. He's see where they come out. Matt Stewart. I don't know what Matt's doing. He might be doing a bit of a fuel save game here.
But he's behind everyone else. Like he's pit and he's further down the road. So once you pit, fuel saving doesn't do anything.
Yeah, well that's it. Simon 08. Nope, stays out. Wow.
And the biggest thing that is now starting to work into Sagassa's favour is actually have a look at the track position that he's in. He's just going through the end of the straight and down into the hairpin. There's a car off just ahead of him. Won't impact it was Peter Pollard. It was way out of the line. So have a look at the section of track that he's now in, Braden Sagassa. There is clear track. Nothing around him whatsoever. And that is crucial. This is what you want when you're looking for the undercut. This is something that Formula One teams practice looking for. They're looking for clear air so that their driver can show that pace on the tyre.
Yeah, that's it. You know, some teams have that telemetry. I can tell you right now that we do not have that telemetry. But yeah, some people have telemetry and go, hey, you can pit now, and then you know you have fresh air. But most of the time when you pit, you'll never have fresh air. Like look at the track map. Like you know, Braden's in the perfect bit right now. That's where you want to be, and that's probably where all the guys out in front will be.
Well, I can tell you his last lap, Braden Sagassa, was a 109.0. He dropped time to the leaders.
Yeah.
So that advantage that he's grabbed by pulling the undercut. I think he's clutching. He's fuel saving.
He hasn't put enough fuel in. Oh no, Braden. Oh, he hasn't. Oh, he does this.
At least he's aware. At least, like, he can do something about it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he gets another 10 minutes into this race and he hasn't started fuel saving, that's when he's in trouble. Because you can't do anything from there. It's too late.
Well, Jake's definitely filled up the car like he's pushing.
Well, his pit stop was 3 seconds faster. You got to find, you make 3 seconds in the pit stall. You got to give that back somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, if it works out for him, that'd be huge. Surely they'll be running out of fuel shortly. Yep, there they are.
There it is. Mazzomo's in. Right, so now we're going to see what happens. Where's Sagassa? Sagassa's heading down the hill into turn 6. Greg Barber will continue on for another lap. Hughes will continue on for another lap. Moyer's in. So you would expect to see Barber and Hughes in next lap. There's no way they would have saved any more fuel than that. Are they starting to trundle down pit lane? I believe that one of the cars is still trundling down pit lane. It was Ryan Polivnik, still moving. Just moving now, coming out of the pit lane exit. And you'll see them. They're coming down that hill. And here comes Braden Sagassa. Head of steam up. Where is he going to reform into this queue?
He's got Sam.
But he's going to rejoin him behind Mazzomo. Now, Mazzomo was the leader.
Yeah.
So he has gained a ton of time here. The issue now is Sam will not need a fuel save.
No, not a thing.
And where do Hughes and Barber drop out?
Really close there. Jake Jackson, I reckon.
So we're about to find out if they file into pit lane, and this is where your money is made. Barber's in. Does Hughes? Hughes goes another lap. So that's critical. Hughes now doesn't have to fill anywhere near the same amount of fuel everyone else does to get to the end, is what that says to me.
Yeah, definitely.
And they've just caught traffic as well. Steven Zinkovic gets out of the way for Sagassa. So Mazzomo's got a 3.5 second lead now in terms of track position, effective race position. Where does Greg Barber come out? Because Barber was ahead of Hughes. He does not rejoin in P1 effective. He's going to rejoin. That's Braden Sagassa on your screen. And Muir's going to go down the inside as well. This is going to be tight on around turn number 1, but Muir's ahead. So Sagassa is effective P2 right now, but Hughes is still running. Hughes was behind Greg Barber. So you would expect Adam Hughes to slot in just behind these guys. So this has really worked out from Braden Sagassa. And ladies and gentlemen, can tell you, he's closing in on Simon Mazzomo as well. That gap has come down by half a second or more.
Well, here's the thing. If
Braden has another good result, you know, like he's on for a podium. So yeah, he's doing really well here. And then yeah, Samuel. I feel you got to remember though, you know, they're all on the same fuel right now. Nothing's different. But if Braden gets a fuel safe, well, he might be in trouble.
It's making time. I reckon his engine is cutting out, coming down the hill.
Hmm.
So he is clutching. It's Braden Sagassa.
He did an 8.7. He's doing an 8.7, so it's alright.
And 9.2 for Mazomo ahead, so he has taken 4 or 5 tenths of a second out of him.
Yeah. Can you hear the clutch or no?
Well, I only think he's saving down the hill.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
But it's an easier location to defend whilst you're saving, which is why he's doing it there.
Yeah, well, true. I'd do it on the first straight, coming into the corner. It's risky, but it's a lot of fuel.
But listen to it. If he is saving, based upon what I can hear, it's not here. There he goes. He's on the clutch, and he just never picks the throttle back up. See? So he's not losing any time.
That's genius.
That is a master craftsman at work, ladies and gentlemen, because it's where he's doing it. He's only doing it in one spot, which says he doesn't need to save a lot. He just needs to save some, and it's in a location that's costing him the minimal amount of time and making him minimally vulnerable to the car behind.
That's Adam Hughes there.
So Hughes has jumped both of these guys.
So he's Adam Hughes! Bruce White's turned him around. Oh no! Where's Bruce rejoining this?
Bruce was a lap car.
Oh, that's going to be a big penalty. Where's Bruce? Oh, he's missed his brake marker. Oh no! That's Adam's race gone. Oh no! Look, crisscross. There's the 1.9. That's Matt. No, that's Jake. Oh no!
Hughes is back to second. Sixth. So he's ahead of Richard Mayer on screen. Whoa! Okay, this changes things. This changes things.
Changes a lot of things.
Got some news for you. Safety car has been deployed. So this will buy Braden Sagassa out of the fuel hole, but now he'll have to defend it. Adam Hughes gets to close up all of this margin and have another crack here. And I think it might be Bruce White is the car that's trying to come back to pit lane. No, it's 992, so it's... Who is it? Bruce White has jumped out. Bruce White has left the service, so Bruce White is done. I'm very confused.
Well, good news. Price has made up a few positions. So that's good. And then, yeah, but how's Adam though? I feel bad for him. That's not on. Like,
It's a mistake. There's yeah.
Yeah, that's has he got any damage though? That's the thing.
He looks okay. There's no damage to the rear bumper.
That's gonna hurt his like momentum though. He'll just need to have to get back in a rhythm now. That's yeah. Very interesting.
My word. So they're gonna try settle them back down here and regather the field. All your pit stops have been done, so this will reset the field into a line again. Those 8 cars that we saw trained up at the start of the race.
Not long to go either. Braden's gonna have to try everything to not get Sam or Craig Barber past. That's gonna be huge. Is this Braden's first race in SRW?
No, he's raced before. I feel like we saw him at Oran Park.
No, it was Chris.
It was Chris Bleakley was there, but I feel like Sagasa was there as well.
Yeah, righto.
So cars are going to get their wave bys at this point in time. Mal Paladin, Sinkovic, I think, were the two cars. So Shannon Blackburn. It might have been Shannon Blackburn. It was the 222. Actually, Shannon might have been the car that towed back to pit lane. Well, it was Peter Pollard's in pit lane at the moment. Is Polivnik in pit lane? Because Polivnik's dropping through the field as well.
Yeah, that's interesting with the safety car.
So this is the first Porsche Cup race for Sagasa, which says maybe he was competing in one of the other series. Maybe it was TCR, maybe it was,
No, he didn't do TCR because that was Matt and Chris. So.
Oh, you know what?
It's 50 lap.
It might have been the GT3.
Nah, none of the boys do GT3s in this.
Sad Gas is a big fan of GT3.
Yeah, he is. He beat Jake in a last night. You should have heard that. That was a big win for him.
So Mazomo's been issued control of the field. We are under 5 minutes to go. So maximum race distance will be 4 laps. I think we're going to get the 4 in. You know what? We might only get 3.
There's only 5 minutes to go. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be either 3 or 4 laps. So there's not really the opportunity to hang around and wait. You're going to just have to go for it.
Yeah. If I was Braden, I would try and get around Simon.
Malpal and Dean Sinkovic coming up out of turn 4 at the moment. So they're going to just tag onto the rear end of this field with such a short lap. They received a wave around under this caution period. Sagasa is now out of his fuel cloud, and he has achieved the track position that he was looking for as a result of this strategy. Track has been declared green. We're just about to roll into the acceleration zone. Any time from now, we're under Mazomo's hands. Surely he's going to go out of the last corner. We'll line it up, fire it off, and there he goes. Sagasa will follow him down to turn number 1, and we are green flag in the air. Safety car period resolved. Thank you to the promo department safety car as well. Left, right, for Mazomo. Put some heat in the tyres.
Yeah,
Who is going to dive?
Definitely want those heat in the tyres. Simon just went a perfect. Brian followed him really well too. So even Sam. Oh, someone gone around in the background. Shannon Blackburn there in round. Adam Hughes right on the back of Jake Jackson there too. Greg Barber on board now with. Greg's going to probably try and make a move here on Sam as well. Not long to go at all.
So they'll try and settle themselves down. We'll see who gets the opportunity to go for it. Jake Jackson, as they fired up Adam Hughes in underneath him. And I can tell you what, Sagasa is no longer saving. He was on the gas. Coming over the top of the hill. Here comes Hughes down the inside. Pokes the nose up there. Backs out at the last possible moment. That'll cost him a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, Adam Hughes put 2 wheels on the grass as well.
Now he's forced to defend from Richard Mayer as well. Mayer will start to have a go. And we are 2.5 minutes left in this server, which means we will get 3 laps, ladies and gentlemen. We will get another 3 laps in this one. Fastest lap of the race. What a time to set it if you're Simon Mazomo. 1:07.863.
Adam Hughes made a huge move on Jake Jackson.
Oh, they'll make
contact.
Down into turn number 1. That's presented an opportunity for Richard Mayer, who will go toe-to-toe. Down into turn number 2. The chicane. Mayer's still on the inside to the outside now for Jackson. He runs that wide line. He runs it all the way to the barriers. Does he get the drive? Off in the corner? No, it's Mayer. Car off in the background. That'll be Bryce Meddings.
Yeah, that was interesting with Adam Hughes and Jake Jackson. I wonder what happens there penalty-wise from Ray Stewart's. Jake's going to make it move on the outside with the juice car. Oh, he's going to hold it. Nah, he's going to back out of it.
So it could be camber and side damage. A little struggle for him to pull the car up and turn it in now. So that's something that Jake Jackson will have to consider. Now Hughes will get all the way up onto, sorry, that's Greg Barber who's onto the rear bumper of Sam Muir now. This is a podium, so this is big for these two guys. They will do it to the line. That much you can be sure of. What's the lap times this time by? It's going to be a 107.458, 107.543, 107.66. So the top five all setting their fastest laps of the race this time by. Pace has absolutely increased from everyone.
Yeah, everyone's turned up the juice, the right foot, you know, put a bit more right foot in it. Car can be destroyed at the end of the race, so they're going to try and put everything down on the cards.
Under a minute left to go on the server now, which means the next time by the start-finish line, they'll get the white flag. One more lap to go. 34 laps is going to be the distance here from Sandown Motor Park tonight. And who is going to come out on top? Sagasa is starting to get really close. Barber is close now to Muir. It's going to be battles for all of the podium spots. And Adam Hughes is just relegated back to P5 after having the whirlwind strategy to get himself to P2. Mazomo comes out the last corner. Barney's got the white flag in hand. It's waving. The fat lady is getting ready to sing. She will sound a few notes on the next time by, and that will be it. Does Sagasa have what it takes to get down the inside of Simon Mazomo and sneak away and win in his first drive here for Sim Racing World?
Yeah, right. Braden's right on the back. Someone's off the track there.
Shannon Blackburn or Peter Pollard will stay there. No safety car to the end of the race now.
He's going to have to get a pretty good run out in there.
Here comes Jackson down the inside of man. He will get the job done. Wasn't clean, it was messy, but it's effective for Jake Jackson. And now Sagasa, he's a little bit far back. Does he go for it? Does he take P2? Over the crest. They'll turn it down the hill. Here comes Sagasa. Mazomo parks on the inside. Now Sagasa will get the momentum off the corner. He's at the rear bumper. There's now overlap as they run to the final two corners. There's nothing in it. Sagasa and Mazomo. Sagasa goes deep into the second last corner. Mazomo,
he's got it.
Sagasa's got it. Who's got the drive line? It's going to be a drag race.
Yes.
Braden Sagasa for 1-9 Motorsports gets there over Simon Mazomo in an absolute doorbuster at Sandown. Sam Muir gets home in P3, and the crisscross boys miss out with P4 and P5 for Greg Barber and Adam Hughes.
What a race there. Just Braden put everything down there. He was like, yep. I mean, you even saw Braden almost on the dirt. You almost saw him.
Driving.
Yeah, awesome driving by both of them. Like, you know, I thought there was going to be contact there, but just, yeah, there was enough room there, and Braden got it done. P3 in the first race and P1 in the second. How's that? First race. Done that.
It's intelligence. It's racecraft. That's what that was, ladies and gents. If you want to win yourself a motor race, sometimes sending the first available move isn't the way that you get it. He set him up. He forced the block.
Yep. Yep, definitely. And yeah, he got the drive out, and that was it. Braden got it. Yeah, well done. Definitely. I'm definitely not going to hear the end of that one, but yeah, well done.
I'll put it to you this way. I actually want to say a bigger shout out to Simon Mazomo, because if he makes a mistake at any point in the middle of that, those guys don't finish in the top 5.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, it was either someone backs out or both of them, yeah, go for it. But, yeah, they, I don't know if one did back out, one didn't, but, yeah, definitely well done to both of them. There's our results.
My word, that was awesome. My word.
You know I'm not going to hear the end of it. Oh, well done to Braden though, and Simon and Sam. I mean, even Sam just getting on the podium, like, dude, he's just improving so much. Well done to him.
Just tell him to shut up and learn how to drive an IndyCar, would you?
Oh, I'll say that about the Supercar too. It's always good. Well, it's funny. I before they came into this, I already won at Sandown for another Porsche thing, so I think they're trying to get another one up for me. So yeah, well done to Braden though and all the boys, and yeah, Hopefully he remembers all the sponsors.
See, it's up 3 here tonight. We'll run through the whole list and then we'll get into it.
Dean
As
Sinkovich.
Dean Sinkovich decides that he does not like his left rear tyre. Braden Sagassa from Simon Mazzomo. What a move that was to get that one done. That takes so much skill. Sam Muir, Greg Barber, Adam Hughes. They'll be disappointed there for that one from Crisscross Racing. Jake Jackson, Richard Mayer, Matt Stewart, Dean Hunt, Callan Hodgkins. So that's a good drive from Dean Hunt. He's done well to get back up to P9 there. I'm happy with that. If I'm Dean Hunt. Mal Powell, Dean Sinkovich and P12, Bryce Meddings. Ryan Polivnik dropped a lot of spots in those last couple of laps. That's disappointment from Ryan. Shannon Blackburn, Stephen Sinkovich, Bruce White, who didn't finish the race, Peter Pollard, Jake Edwards. Look, the guy had pace tonight. I'm disappointed for Jake as well because I think he deserves a big result. It's coming his way. It'll come. We don't know when, but it will come. And we get to answer the big question. Ladies and gentlemen, finishes in P number 3. It's Sam. How do you say that last name, Sam?
Muir.
Muir.
Okay, cool. Because we stumbled across it the whole race. And every time we tried to say it, it got worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not one of the more easier ones like a Nixon or anything like that. So yeah, fair enough to have a bit of trouble with it.
Mate, how'd you go on that last lap? Did you have you basically had ringside tickets to the fight going on ahead of you? That was awesome. The whole thing was awesome.
Oh, it was, yeah. What a finish. I would have actually, I was a bit kicking myself that I wasn't a little bit closer to actually join in on all the fun there. And then, saw Braden just getting closer and closer to the back of Mez's car and thought, hope he has a go. And then quietly hoping that they took each other out and then be able to see through for a win. But absolutely awesome driving from both of them. I don't even know if they traded paint there through that last couple of corners. So yeah, really great racing from both of them, and well done to Braden for the win.
Mate, I want to talk about the pack that sort of formed, because there was 8 cars in it at one stage, 8 cars with less than a second between every single car. It's a tricky thing to do, let alone at Sandown, where everyone's got a slightly different line, has slightly different pace, and you're all racing that close at that much load for that long together.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I was the deal at the back who stuffed it up and dropped off the back of the pack there. I was in a really good spot there. I was able to, just save a bit of fuel, and then just made a bit of a mistake coming onto the back straight. So dropped off by about a second and a half, and all the fuel saving efforts sort of went out the window, and just trying to catch back up again, which just managed to do before the all the pit stops started happening. So, but yeah, you're definitely right. It's can be very, very tricky when guys are racing so close together and there's so many of us around a tight track like this. I was surprised there wasn't a little bit more chaos, to be honest, but the boys did a great job.
Particularly, I don't think it would be understated. Talk to us about what you can actually see through the windscreen, because obviously the cars are quite large, they cover a large surface area, but then B, the brake lights on these things, they're tiny, they're invisible specks. You're just looking for any little reaction that you get out of the car ahead. You can't see anything.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you're almost trying to not look at the car ahead and their brake lights, just because, if they end up making a mistake, then you're going to go with them. So just trying to hit your own marks, but then you've got that massive rear bumper of the Porsche and that rear wing in your face. So it's really hard to pick your marks and actually get a consistent pace going and make any moves. It does just become a little bit of a train, and you just hold on and hopefully you sort of hope that someone up ahead does make a mistake, but at the same time, you hope that they don't, because if they do, as I said, you're probably just going to end up in their mess.
In terms of things here at Sandown, I'd say probably overtaking difficulties is right up there. But just track as well. These cars don't like bumps. It takes a lot of management inputs on we talk in terms of inputs normally within steering wheel, the way that you're maneuvering the steering wheel, but the Porsche Cup alongside the V8 Supercar is one of those rare cars where you're managing all three at the level of their grip limits, because too much steering wheel, rear comes around, too much throttle, rear comes around, too much brake, rear comes around, or front doesn't turn in. It's just this tricky combination of all three aspects within this car.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Sandown on paper looks pretty easy. It's got front straight, back straight, and a couple of turns in between. But you're absolutely right. Those curbs they can be deathy, especially in the Porsche Cup as well. Doesn't particularly like curbs all that much. And again, as you were saying, you just want to go 100% on the loud pedal. But if you do it too quick, the back end's just going to go around. So yeah, patience around this place is really important.
How are you finding the league? Obviously, a little bit newer to the SRW landscape in terms of your Thursday night racing. I've seen you on a ton of Porsche Cup stuff around the traps over the last couple of years, so obviously very happy with the car. It's a big, big love of yours. What's the racing level like here at SRW compared to other places in the country?
Absolutely loving it. Yeah, came on board last season and was just super impressed with everything from admin side of things, social media, race control, broadcast. It's all 10 out of 10. So yeah, if there's anyone out there in viewerland who looking for a league in Porsche Cup, get on board the racing as well. It's a really high quality. It's fantastic to race against guys like obviously Simon's pretty new to the league, but I've raced against him in a couple other leagues as well. Always great racing against him and the Crisscross boys. Every single one of them super fast, and the amount that I've actually learnt from the Porsche Cup just by racing guys like Adam Hughes and Greg Barber and these sorts of guys, it's made me step up my game a little bit. That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sam Muir, driver of the 104, and we finally managed to get his name right in time for the podium separation. Sam, who makes it possible for TriStar Racing?
Yeah, cheers guys. Shout out to TriStar Racing and our sponsors, Toyo Sim, DX Racer, and Ventura IP. And yeah, again, big shout out to Race Control and to the broadcast team. You guys do an awesome job. Keep it up. Thanks,
Sam. You'll have definitely another good one to go back and watch the last few laps of that one for sure.
Yeah, can't wait. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Sam. Have a great night. Sam, you are driver of the 104, finishes in P number 3, and then we'll move one step further up to Simon Mazzomo, who's probably going to look at things and go, you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed to walk away with P2, but what a cracking last lap there, Simon. That was all. You had to cover him. You had to cover Braden Sagassa. Let's talk about the obvious first. And it's sort of set you up, but you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You don't cover that, he sends it down at the end of Dandenong Road.
Trying to formulate words at the moment is pretty difficult. It's very bitter, very bitter. You're right. Initially I wasn't going to cover. I thought I had enough, so I wasn't going to cover it, but he got such a good run down the back straight and into sort of the left hook before Dandenong Road corner. I said, I'll just put it in the middle, and I don't know if I just carried a little bit too much pace in, or if he just got such a good run. I was talking to Braden just now, and it's just like he got such a good run off that corner, and that's just what set him up. And I don't know what I've done there, but either way, I threw away an easy win. Simple as that. Like all race long, I just had the pace over everyone, and just right where it counted, I just threw it away.
But that's racing. It's the drama. It's the adrenaline. It's you spent the last 38 minutes setting this finish up, and then when it gets there, the adrenaline's there, the heart rate's up. You've been racing for the last hour. Sometimes it is just so hard to clinch it, and it's not until you put yourself in those moments that you learn about what you can do the next time, because they talk about it.
Guarantee you. I will be spending the next week analysing that and trying to figure out what I did wrong, because I can't fault Braden. That was an amazing move. Simply put, he positioned that car well. He got the drive off the corner. Like I can't be mad at him. He pulled it off so well, but I'm just so angry at myself, because those are the sorts of races you don't throw away like that. You do not throw away a finish like that. And I've raced long enough to know what to do in those situations, and like I said, I don't know what I've done wrong, but yeah, to throw it away like that after basically just I don't know. I'm just
Let's flip the script a little bit here, because I am feeling the disappointment through you. So look, I don't want to bang on about that for too long. The one thing that I said to Connor immediately after that is, it takes two to tango, because Braden doesn't get that move done at the same time as you've got to position him in a difficult spot. You did. He set it up with the run coming out of it. It's multiple drivers. It's the game of high-speed chess. But at the same time, the one thing I said to Connor was that if he makes a mistake in the second last corner, neither of those drivers finish in the top 5. And sometimes you've got to respect it. And that is a level of skill in and of itself. You've put a lot of points in the bank with a P2 finish in the feature race tonight, and that's sometimes enough.
Oh yeah, but again, this is round 3. Come on, like you're not thinking championship already. Like I know that's going to be my focus Tuesday, because that is a championship I'm battling for. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like I'll probably be you're right. Probably one of those things. Come to the end of the season and be like, you know what? It was one of those races that I'm glad I just sort of that nothing went wrong and we both finished, because it may play its part in leading the championship. But yeah, it's just like I said, for me personally, like there are lots of positives. The car was stupid quick tonight. Like after the safety car punched the fastest lap of the race in, like the car was stupid quick tonight. So I've got that to walk away with. But yeah, there's still going to be definitely a lot of soul searching in just that. Yeah, you don't throw away a win like that. Simple as that. And that's going to hurt for a while. But yeah,
I mean, seeing that, man, like I've raced around a lot of your guys' 9.5 and yeah, it's good to see you guys just on track, let alone versing my own team and stuff. But yeah, man, I think your pace was just stupid quick, man. Like you guys have always been quick as a team, and it's good to always race with you guys, obviously. And yeah, man, your pace was stupid, but like even Scotty says, I think it's sometimes when you come away from a round and go, that was enough points, you know, but, you know, you might end up winning the championship, man. You just never know. So, you know, it could have been second or last. So, well done, man.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, but we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. Either way, like I said, it'll hurt for a bit, but you know what? Like I said, I'll think of the positives. I'll reassess what happened, and yeah, we'll come back stronger next week. So just have to make sure I win a damn. By the end of this season, I have to win a damn race. I can't let this one go and then not win a race this season. That's going to be the goal for the rest of it. I have to win a race now.
Oh, mate, there's been that many times where one of my teammates or something haven't won a race, and they've won the championship. So you know, anything can happen. So yeah.
I'm going to come back and check in with you before next week, because I would really, I find looking into this data and whatnot, because it's the difference, and sometimes people at home don't get the understanding of it. I was a meter deeper, and that's all it is a meter deeper. I was 2 kilometers an hour faster at the apex, and I couldn't turn the car that little as accurately. I really want to talk to you. If you go away, you have a look at the data and you go, okay, yeah, look, maybe I made a mistake. I narrowed the corner off a little bit. I didn't make the adjustment. Like, that is so important to a racer, to go, okay, cool. What did I learn out of that? What's the takeaway here? Even for an experienced racer, and I know you're such an experienced racer as well, in these sorts of things, you've got to always, when you come to the end of these things, you've still got to take those learnings away. Because if you don't take those learnings away now, the difference is that you will suddenly be 10th in 6 months' time. You've got to keep learning every time you're in the car.
Yep. No, you hit the nail on the head. That's the thing. My biggest mistake out of all this would be to walk away disappointed and not try and learn anything from it. To walk away bitter and then not try and come back and say, right, this is what I did wrong. This is what I've not got to avoid doing next time. That's where you lose in these sort of situations. So, yeah, I've been there before. I'll bounce back, but yeah, it's just we just got to figure out what went wrong, basically.
Sure, man. I understand it. Like, look, I mean, I'm going to pitch this from an IndyCar angle, because I'm competing internationally in terms of IndyCar, and it's when you're at 360 kilometers an hour, you're going to cover 50 meters in such a blink of an eye, and for you, it's half a percentage of brake pressure in these cars is the difference. It's half a meter is the difference. You know, every single car has its own different metrics, and it's so interesting to talk to how you rotate the car. What was the mistake? Where do you make that change? So it's really, really awesome to have these sorts of conversations with a driver like yourself, Simon.
Yeah, all good. Awesome.
So, congratulations, Simon Mazzomo, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the 954, drives for 95 Sim Sports, and Simon sponsors are.
I got a list this time, so I'll remember it now. Big thanks to Racecraft, Turn-In Race Apparel, RSW Graphics, Racing Years, Cutting Edge Tracks, FU Suicide, and RB Media as well. And big thanks to SRW for putting this on, and big thanks to you guys for all the work you do.
Mate, that's awesome. If you come back and have a conversation like that with me in the commentary box every week, I'm laughing because I live on that sort of stuff. That was so good to talk to you about. So good racing, such good racecraft. Awesome to watch, man. See you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
And finally, we'll move on to the top step of the podium. Connie, you're banned. You must mute your microphone right now. You can't talk. Braden, we've put the gag on Connor. So this is your opportunity to tell him, haha, I won one.
There you go, Connor. You thought I was slow. There we go.
Mate, that was just an awesome move. I mean, obviously, we've just talked to Simon, and Simon was talking us through. He said, look, I've got to cover the middle of the track. But as an offensive driver, what's the first instinct when you see that? And talk us through that whole last lap, because it's a move that's not built up, and that move gets set up probably coming out of the last corner of the last lap, the second to last lap.
Yeah, I knew I was. If you watched the replay, I tried everything. I was trying to dive to the inside to try and put him off, but obviously he's a top bloke and he knows what he's doing. He's done this plenty of times, so I knew I just had to absolutely put balls to the wall, pretty much. And I knew I was slightly a bit better through that fast left-hander, so I knew I could carry a little bit more speed. So coming up to the fast left-hander, I was catching him. I had an ear-to-ear grin at this point, and as soon as I saw him go to the inside, I knew I had a chance. And he got a little bit swirly, and coming to the final chicane, I knew I had to outbrake him. And I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. And he raced so clean. He could have easily pushed me into the grass, and that would have been it. But hats off to Simon. He's a top bloke.
So the phrase that obviously comes to mind with a move like that is obviously win it or bin it. But it didn't look that way. I think we've mentioned this a couple of times throughout the interview process. It takes two to tango. Particularly, Sandown is not one of those tracks that you can get a move done without both drivers committing to getting through the corners side by side. So it takes two to tango. And the emotions that I'm hearing, what I'm hearing, the way that you're saying it says that about Simon as well. It takes a level of respect from both drivers to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, like even if you watch. Just before we hit the chicane, he left me a car length and a half. He could have easily squeezed me right onto the yellow line, and that would have been fair game. But, he's a clean driver, obviously. I haven't raced with him too much, but racing with him just then really shows how much of a top bloke he is.
So talk to us about the fuel strategy, because obviously you went quite aggressive on the undercut, on the underfuel. And Connor said you've got a very unique way of doing your fuel. You don't rely on any calculators.
No.
You do all the mathematics yourself. Now that has the power to be very, very strong. But we heard the clutching, so you can't hide from the microphone.
God damn it.
I'll say something like. Well, I've always said to Braden, use crew chief, and the boys have always been saying it.
Well, hang on. The people at home don't know what crew chief is. For a lot of the people that are actually watching this, they are external to iRacing. They're not necessarily drivers. Crew chief is a fuel calculating, tire strategy, spotting sort of app. It's feeding a lot of information back to the drivers and taking inputs from the drivers and helping them adjust their strategies. Crew chief has the option to automatically take over the filling. Braden Sagassa doesn't turn that on.
And we've always told him, use it just in case it, cogs out one day, I mean, it played off tonight, mate. I mean, I'll give you that, but
I'll tell you
one day. There'll be one day.
I'll tell you this. I was in the group chat with the boys, and I was like, "What's 16 plus 24?" And I knew I had to put 24 liters in. Someone said 32. And I was like,
"Oh, please tell me who that was." And
that was Bryce.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
And, I was like 32. So I was about to click off 32, and then my mouse turned off, and then it went up to 36, and I thought, "Oh no, I'm gonna go. That's all over. It's all over." And then I've come out of pit lane, and I've finally done the mathematics, and I've gone, "Hold on, that's only 20 liters." and I was like, that's 22 liters. So I was just slightly short. That's why I was clutching, because when I crossed the line, I was 0.1 short.
Yeah, wow.
So I was just clutching, and as soon as that safety car came out, like I said, I had an ear-to-ear grin.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I knew Simon was gone. He had 3.5 second lead. Yeah, he said he was so gutted as soon as he heard the safety car come out.
Yeah, definitely, man. And we saw the safety car come out, and I was like, oh, this could be different. Like, definitely you being behind Simon, and Simon having that gap for a bit. And then yeah, obviously the safety car came out, and yeah, you just made the move, man. And now I'll ask you this, and please tell me you know them all, or you can ask me to say it. Who would you like to thank, mate, from sponsors?
Hang on.
Yeah.
More importantly, do you think it's better to be good, to be lucky, or be lucky and good?
To be lucky and good. Because there's definitely a side of luck to it. But you can have all the luck in the world, but if you're not good, then there's no point. In the bin.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out at this moment that Connor is neither lucky nor good. So we're moving on with that. Brandon, your opportunity to thank all your sponsors here that make it possible for 19 Sim Sports, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. We got TNT Excavations. We got Racecraft. Obviously, we got Active 24/7. I don't know. I got him here. Go on, Connor.
So yeah, I have Active 24/7 Locksmith, Racecraft Simulations, which is our main sponsor, and TT Excavations.
Yeah, see, not too bad for a person that's not on the podium too often.
Good on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Sagassa drives the 19 for 19 Sim Sports, finishes atop the pack here tonight with a third place in race number 1 and a win in race number 2. That is it, ladies and gents. That will sign us off here from the Porsche Cup round, and I tell you what, that's fireworks, absolute fireworks from Sandown. That's probably one of the best races that we're likely to see this season. One of the best nights of racing we're likely to see this season. Ray Oliver comes home in P2 after Scott Callahan feeds him a spot, and Brad Wall runs out of fuel on the last lap of the SR8 Radicals. Braden Sagassa sends it with the finish line in sight to win the Porsche 992 Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sim Racing World tonight. The round sponsor has been Warren & Brown Tools. They also brought you the qualifying, it was the Toyo Sim qualifying here tonight, and the DSL Welding Services Porsche Cup Series. We hope that you have had a phenomenal night here as well. Final shout-outs to Racecraft Simulations and Dragon RC and the promo department that make it all possible for us, as well as Melville Equipment Corporation. Once again, we'll see you tomorrow night where we go mini enduro racing from the Spa circuit. 24-hour races take place there each and every year in the GT3 cars. What can the sim racing world drivers do to master one of the great circuits of the world? I've been Scotty Rattlegun Rankin alongside the Pix Nixon. We hope you have a lovely Thursday night.
Bye.